than flaccid.
There's a middle stage.
I'm going to say that there's a stage even less than flaccid.
Of walnut?
Like super flaccid.
The wait is over. The New York Knicks are world champions. For complete championship coverage and exclusive reaction, there's only one place to be. Your Knicks championship destination station. The Fan. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, an Odyssey sports station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome in on this gorgeous Tuesday in New York City. It is Evan and Tiki for the next 4 hours. Jam-packed show. My old partner, the legendary Joe Beningo, will join us at 12 noon. We'll see if he still can't believe it. We'll see if it is sunk in quite yet that the New York Knicks are the NBA champs. So Joe B will stop by coming up at noon, a brand new edition of Posted and Toasted. And as I did promise yesterday, we have what everyone said about Jalen Brunson when he signed with the New York Knicks. Every single main host here, I have tracked down the audio. It was endless work. It was not easy. I hear it's caused some angst amongst other people because they don't remember what they said.
Oh, they're nervous about what they opined regarding Jalen Brunson.
That is correct. That's what I've heard. Now, I'm going to be honest. Boomer, Gio, Craig, me, Tiki, Tommy, and Big Mac. Everybody we got clips of. and honestly, like, there's nothing to be afraid of.
I kind of remember what I said, but I kind of don't. Because I don't remember it being a big deal to me.
And that's a great point. It wasn't. It wasn't the lead story around here. It just wasn't. But I will let everybody know and all the fans know there's nothing to be ashamed about. I mean, I don't think anyone in their right mind thought that Jalen Brunson would walk in here and within a couple of years win an NBA championship. And I doubt he or anyone else ever thought the discussion we're about to have was ever going to take place. But I was thinking about this late last night. And I know that Jalen Brunson's script isn't done yet, right? He's still a Knick. Mm-hmm. He may be a Knick for 5 more years or 10 more years. Who the hell knows? He may win another championship or 2 or 6.
Right.
No idea. Or he may just collapse. I don't know. It's sports. But as we sit here today on Tuesday, June 16th, I want to have a fair discussion about how high up the New York icon ladder Jalen Brunson has now gone.
I mean, once you win a championship, it puts you on a different pedestal.
Well, that's why I want to start with you. And you know I love you and respect you and think you should be a Hall of Famer. And someday you will be. Are you ready to just begin this process by admitting that Jalen Brunson has surpassed you, Tiki Barber, as a New York icon?
I concede.
You concede?
I concede. No fight.
Okay. Very good.
Yes.
And
congratulations, Jalen Brunson.
We all love
I drop out of the race.
There you go. He's out. All right. A guy who played in a similar era as you, the great Curtis Martin, someone I admired. I am here to tell you that Jalen Brunson has surpassed Curtis Martin.
Yes, and Curtis is iconic. Obviously, 1,000. I mean, you can count on him to rush for 1,000 yards every single year.
No doubt.
But he didn't win the championship.
No, and it sucks. It sucks that that's kind of part of it.
I think that will be a common refrain for a lot of the iconic, beloved players.
Let's go to
hell, that's me.
No, totally. So we're good. We're moving up the ladder very slowly, ladies and gentlemen. And, of course, you can chime in as the show rolls on, 888-808-1019. Let's get to a guy who did win a championship. Let's get to A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. Are we ready to say that Jalen Brunson has surpassed A-Rod on the ladder?
I'm going to say yes.
Of course you're going to say yes.
I mean, Sean loves A-Rod. In fact, to the point where we had an A-Rod day here. The jersey's no longer here because Craig came back and he 86'd everything we did to the studio.
No, it's in my closet right over here. I can take it out whenever you want.
It's not hung any longer.
Right.
But I think he is controversial in his belovedness. Because Sean's age loves him. You go a little bit older than Sean, they're like, ugh, A-Rod. Young, I mean, it didn't last. It was short-term, short-lived, awesome for a certain demographic, but then after that, it's convoluted.
Yeah. I will fairly say he's past A-Rod.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree.
So definitely.
He was the first champion I got to where we can now pass him through. Let me go to a few non-champions. Henrik Lundqvist. What was his nickname again, Sean? I forgot.
The King.
Oh, the King. Okay. Henrik Lundqvist had a great career. I spent a lot of time on this station defending his legacy and how clutch he was, especially in Game 7s. But are we now comfortable saying that on this New York icon ladder, Jalen Brunson has surpassed King Henrik Lundqvist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sean, I know this is challenging for you, but this is all about being honest. So go ahead.
He has. Henrik is still to this day better in his sport than Brunson was, but he has passed him.
Don't convolute the discussion.
I'm not. He's passed him.
All right. I know no one considered it, but I want to show my class and respect. He has surpassed Jason Kidd, who meant so much to me for what he did on the floor back in the New Jersey days.
And that's almost an easy passing because they played the same sport.
Yeah.
We're basically the same kind of import to the team, and Jalen's better for his team than Kidd was.
Jalen beat the Spurs. There you go. And didn't think about joining them.
Yes.
Knicks fans, this is where it's going to get a little difficult. We all know he's passed Carmelo Anthony, but has he passed Patrick Ewing? And I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Ewing had a great career.
It's only because of the championship.
Well, that's a big thing.
It is. It's a huge thing.
All right, Met fans, let me get you involved. Has Jalen Brunson surpassed Mike Piazza? Yes.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
What does that mean?
I mean,
we lost the World Series and he didn't charge Roger Clemens.
Yeah, he's passed him.
He's passed him.
Yep.
David Wright. Love David Wright. Has Jalen Brunson passed David Wright?
Definitely.
All right. I feel like we've gotten through, not the easy part, because the guys we just talked about are iconic.
You forgot the easiest one from your team.
Oh, what was that?
Darrelle Revis.
Oh, Darrelle Revis? I wasn't even going to include him because there's enough Jet fans.
He's a Hall of Famer, dude.
I love Darrelle Revis.
He's
my
your greatest
guy.
player over the last 20 years. Curtis is in there. So, you know what I mean.
I only didn't include him because I know that so many Jet fans still don't love him.
Right.
The money, the New England stuff. But fine, Darrelle Revis, all right? Now we're about to get to the tricky part of this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's past Mark Messier. I really do. Mark Messier came here as a proven commodity. He came here as a champion. He came here at 31 years old, and he came here when the Rangers were already pretty good.
I don't know. Sean, you're going to have to give the ultimate opinion on this, but I feel like Mark Messier has this, like, iconic aura surrounding him. It's almost lore as opposed to, oh, yeah, he did this. It's more lore about him than it is belovedness, and I don't know which one is better.
Listen, I'm not going to scream and yell about this. He has not passed Mark Messier. What he's done is he's tied Mark Messier. I actually think they are the absolute equivalent. Now, if your tiebreaker, Evan, is that Mark Messier was already a Stanley Cup champion, insane player, like, I get that, but I really don't know how that's relevant to this in the legendary sense because it's about your team.
Okay, so I'll give you the answer. I think when you're talking about iconic status in New York sports, there are factors that are beyond your control. Basketball, being the city's game over hockey, is beyond Mark Messier's control and is a factor. It just is. Jalen Brunson coming here.
So many.
Hold on.
If there was one city where hockey really resonates, I'm not saying it's on the same par as basketball, but probably basketball has fallen because they were so bad for so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And so, if there's one city where hockey can rival basketball, it's New York. So,
yeah, okay. And
I think the easy way out is what Sean said. It's a tie.
And
He's
this is
tied him. If he wins another one, or whatever, does whatever, he can surpass him.
Remember this. For most of us, this is the first Knicks championship we've seen in our lifetime, like the Rangers, right? Yes. It was 54 years of waiting. This was 53. But in this entire buildup, while we talked about droughts, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the chants in arenas by opposing fans of 1940, almost mocking the Rangers every step of the way. It was going to take a special kind of person to do that. It's not like fans would chant 1973 at the Knicks. It was almost like one of those droughts we were only aware of and not like the rest of the league. Where, the Rangers were a mockery in hockey for that drought.
The reason 1940 was chanted is because it sounded good off the tongue to Islander fans.
And it's also an original Six franchise.
That's all fine. The drought was essentially the same.
Which is why I'm telling you even, man.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's even. I think when you factor in the sport, when you factor in the expectations, when you factor in where each franchise was when the guy got here, I'm not disrespecting Mark. I still think he's on this large ladder. I think Jalen Brunson's past him. And I knew that once I got to certain names, there'd be pushback. And I know where I'm about to go next. I'm going to get assaulted by both of you. But take your pick. I think he's past Michael Strahan, and I certainly think he's past Eli Manning. I do. I do. And your the biggest argument against you is your success. This defines an era.
Yeah, but
if you Eli, thank you. I had Phil Simms. I had LT.
Okay, no, but hold on. Does Eli not define what championship really means? That is, in similar fashion to Jalen Brunson, good in the regular season, right? Clutch it, whatever. But when it came to playoff time, Eli was spectacular.
No doubt. And I'm not denying that.
And so is Jalen Brunson. So how can you put Jalen Brunson above Eli when he's done it once?
Because
Eli
of the franchises.
did it twice.
Because of the franchises. Because the Giants weren't looking for a savior.
Okay, put it in a vacuum. Just stick it in the vacuum of their tenure with their team. So Jalen Brunson with the Knicks, Eli Manning with the Giants, and just that tenure. So over that, what did he play, 14, 15 years?
2004 to 2000, what was the last year? 17, 18?
So whatever. He played
15 years?
Yeah, 2019 was his last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, so 15 years.
I was trying to think of which year was
15 or 16 years, whatever it is. That's 16 years for Eli Manning versus 4 years for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to, but he hasn't passed.
I think he has. And I think there are factors, again, unfair to the individual, but reality. Eli Manning cried and bitched his way here as the number 1 overall pick.
Oh, come on.
Stop. Now this is going to make me yell. Don't make me the bad guy with Jalen Brunson. He had to come play with daddy on the bench here before you say that Eli used his daddy to cry and yell. And that's the truth that we're not going to talk about. But here's the thing about Eli. Jalen Brunson wins a second of this conversation. For you to throw Phil Simms out there, Phil Simms only won one, bro. You forget it was Hostetler that won that second one.
He led them to most of the regular season wins.
I don't care.
You do not
the
take
playoff
that,
wins.
Okay,
no, you don't take that title away from him.
Yeah, but he
didn't
win the Super Bowl.
He won the Super Bowl.
He wasn't playing.
He led them to a great regular season that put Hostetler in a position to win.
And this is the checkmate, Evan.
There is no checkmate.
Eli Manning, whether it was defense, not what otherwise, he slayed arguably the greatest NFL team of all time to win his championship,
that's
his
great.
first one.
I know.
And
I
then,
understand.
to make sure it wasn't a fluke, went back and beat the same coach and quarterback 4 years later. He's the only quarterback in New York sports history with 2 Super Bowl championships that he started both of those playoff runs.
Well, you have to add that caveat to make it accurate because Phil does have 2 rings.
Does Carson Wentz have a ring?
Evan, don't talk about giving credit to someone who didn't play in the game.
Yeah, but he led them to great regular season
It doesn't
success.
matter. But so a regular season game in week 12 is equivalent to a playoff game in the divisional championship or the NFC championship. You can't compare.
I'm not
them.
saying it's equivalent, but to say it doesn't count as a title is not fair.
Count. It counts because he obviously was a part of the team.
Yes.
Jim Finn was a part of the 2007 Giants Super Bowl team.
Same,
he has
dude.
a ring.
Come on. How many games did he start that year? You're acting like he was barely there.
He didn't play at all.
No, he did play Phil Simms.
No, I'm not talking about.
Well, that's why the Jim Finn comparison sucks.
But
with all due respect,
Jim Finn didn't play in the postseason.
I understand.
Phil did not play in the postseason. So yes, he got them there, but he didn't win the games that mattered for them winning.
11-3 during the regular season.
He didn't win the games. He didn't win the games that mattered with them winning the championship. You can't give. I know what you're saying. You can't put it on par.
My point, though, is it's
so
not
you're
even
saying
about.
Phil Simms has as many championships as Eli Manning.
Well, technically, yes, but that's not even the argument.
No.
Argument.
He has as many rings as Eli Manning.
Right.
He doesn't have as many championships as Eli Manning.
That's totally fine. My point is, unfortunately, sometimes in these discussions on when you become an icon,
Phil would be insulted that you're crediting him winning that championship.
He won 11 games in the regular season.
It doesn't matter.
But you're turning this into a Phil discussion. No offense, Phil. You're just a part of the story today. Jalen Brunson's circumstances are coming to a franchise that not only hadn't won in a long time, but no sane fan thought he was going to be the reason they were going to win. Eli Manning came here as the number 1 overall pick. He came here with as much pressure and hype as anybody you'll ever see.
And you knew it right away that he was going to be the savior to take the Giants back to the championship.
Well, he needed
correct?
to be the savior.
But you knew right away.
No, he did not.
You knew
he
right
struggled.
away.
He did.
You knew
we did
right
not.
away?
No, but the expectations were.
Did we know right away?
We did not know right away.
Exactly.
He had to fight through whether he was even going to survive as the franchise quarterback, fight through whether the coach was going to get fired.
I knew that I was going through a storm when I said this, but I'm also speaking, and I think you can respect me on this, as someone that doesn't have an emotional tie to either.
I know.
I'm just a New Yorker who's been at both parades.
Now, hold on now.
That's all I am. I was at the Eli parade, and I'll be hopefully at the Jalen parade.
This is the only time, and it is so unfair because the Knicks deserve no apologies to anybody what they just accomplished. This is the time when you're going to have this argument where the road matters. Eli Manning went into freaking frigid Lambeau and slayed Brett Favre and ended Brett Favre's Green Bay career. We're talking about James Harden and the Cavaliers here in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
Then in the NBA Finals, a baby bitch boy with Victor Wembanyama. And what, the
He's
Spurs who were not ready. An established champion, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and they were undefeated.
Yeah.
The road matters in that first championship, dude.
The reason I win this argument, and I can't prove it today, obviously, but I can prove it 20 years from now, is when Eli Manning and Jalen Brunson walk into a room many, many years from now, who's going to get that bigger reaction? Who's the guy who gets the louder ovation at Yankee Stadium if they're inviting all these legends back? The answer is Jalen Brunson, because what he did is just more significant. And again, not Eli's fault. Like I've always told you, if the Jets win a Super Bowl, that guy is going to get more praise than any Giant because it will be slaying this monstrous dinosaur.
I don't know. Eli is beloved.
I'm not saying he isn't beloved. I'm saying Jalen's more beloved. He's past him.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
And we got to see how much public appearances Brunson makes. Eli gets great hands everywhere, but you also see him everywhere you look. I mean, Eli goes to the opening of an envelope.
I get that. I get what he's doing right now. I'm just saying many, many years from now, Jalen Brunson's going to be the bigger reaction guy because he did something bigger and more impressive.
I'm going to have to leave that one TBD.
All right, well, then you're not going to like the next thing I'm going to say. I think he actually passes Jeter, too.
What are we doing here? Why are we even on the air?
What is wrong with you?
Because of what he just accomplished.
No chance.
I chance?
I cannot abide that. There's no way that Jalen Brunson, after one championship, yes, it was ages.
But the one almost counts as like 10 when you look at this franchise and its history and its fan base.
Yeah, but now you're in theory, you're penalizing Jeter because of the accomplishments of the franchise. And you're giving credence to Jalen Brunson simply because the franchise sucked. Even though it was in his era here, its competency came back.
Yes.
It's not like Jalen Brunson won a championship with Phil Jackson as the president, right? And whoever as the coach.
Yeah, but Tiki, I'm going to give you proof that I'm completely right about this, that unfortunately, because it is not fair that the franchise you're on impacts you. If Mark Teixeira walks into a room and Mike Piazza walks into a room, who gets a bigger reaction? Piazza! The Mets didn't win anything with Piazza. Teixeira was on a championship team and made a major impact. They've won so much that sometimes it's not the same, dude.
But Teixeira came here as a free agent.
Yeah.
And Piazza came here as a free agent.
He was traded for and then re-signed.
Right.
It was a trade.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But they came here. They weren't born here.
Exactly. So why would Piazza get such a bigger reaction and is a bigger conversation point than Teixeira? The reason is the teams.
No, I think it's more.
It is the reason.
I think it's more the personality. I think it's more the person. But I think you can't disconnect who each of these individuals are from how they get received. You know what I mean? It's the whole A-Rod conversation.
Sure.
It's why it's easily past A-Rod because how some people react to A-Rod. Who approaches Derek Jeter with any kind of contempt?
But first of all,
who thinks about Derek Jeter with any kind of negativity?
Who says that with Jalen Brunson, though?
Nobody, but he's been here for 4 years.
I get it, but he's also slayed something that was deemed impossible. This is not about saying Brunson's better at his job than Jeter's or Brunson won as much as Jeter. I'm not saying any of that. I think what you guys, because I'm sure many people will disagree, what they're missing the point on is that what Jalen Brunson was a part of accomplishing will live on a bigger stage and a bigger memory than a lot of other things this city has seen. And so even though he may not be necessarily better than some of the people we're talking about, I'm not suggesting that. Circumstances matter. They're the Knicks, and they're champions. Let that sink in your head for a second.
Is he more beloved than Walt Clyde Frazier?
I think, so Walt Clyde is an interesting element here. I think for the older Knick fan, they love Walt Clyde Frazier.
I think the younger Knick fan loves Walt Clyde Frazier.
Because he's a brilliant broadcaster.
Of course.
And so
but they also understand and know his history.
Yeah, I think
as a player.
Walt Clyde Frazier and Keith Hernandez have some similarities in that they are now going to another generation because of what they do in front of a microphone. Of
course.
And so there are fans, many fans of the Knicks and even the Mets, who don't remember those guys as players. So it's just different. It's just different. But I think in terms of what was accomplished, and look, I think the best comp here is Messier, and you're right, Sean, in that when you just look at Mark Messier's time here, obviously that wouldn't pass Derek Jeter or Eli Manning, who are career members of their team. But they slayed a dragon. Yeah. Mark Messier slayed a dragon. Jalen Brunson
slayed a dragon.
He didn't. You guys won the Super Bowl how many years earlier, bro? You were in the Super Bowl. You were in it.
You're a Jet fan. You should know who the dragon was.
That dragon is irrelevant.
It's the greatest team of all time. They didn't allow them to finish their story. And Dragon, Derek Jeter slayed the 27 Yankees and was the captain of the greatest baseball team of all time.
He was not. That's not true. He was named captain after that, so that's not true.
Well,
that's not true.
Evan,
he was named captain because of that.
Exactly. We know he was the captain.
He may not have been
He
may not have been the best player on his team in a lot of those championships, and you know that's true. You know that's true. May not have been the best player on a lot of those championships.
Certainly the most clutch.
No one's saying he isn't clutch. Jalen Brunson may be one of the most clutch basketball players we've seen since Mamba.
This is going to sound hurtful, one of the most pathetic attempts at living in the moment I have ever seen out of you. And I love you as a sports fan.
I respect the living in the moment argument, and that's why I always tell you this. I will write down in the calendar, and maybe 1 year isn't enough. And if it's not, totally respect it. Maybe it's 2 years from now. You tell me when we can have this argument again, and you can bet your ass, my opinion will remain the same. And for anyone who gets mad at me, just remember, I'm probably the only guy who can give this opinion without any fandom involved. None of my players are in this argument.
But yet you managed to dump on the big Yankee and Giant stars in the process.
Yeah, because I'm a Knicks fan now,
because you're a
right,
Knicks
Sean?
season ticket holder.
Oh,
That's
shut up
why.
with that. Don't use that against me, man. I'm being honest.
What's next? Did he pass Babe Ruth, Evan? Did we get to that one yet?
I tried to keep it the last 40 years. Like, I tried to not include Lawrence Taylor, because then it'd be a discussion about his personal life.
Yogi Berra.
Yogi, Mickey, Tom Seaver. I tried to keep it away from all of that. But in terms of the last 40 years, I look at those other icons, and it's not to take anything away from them, because a lot of it is circumstances. I just don't think you guys are fully understanding what this man accomplished. And you talk about prisoner of the moment. I think you're being the opposite. I think it's still surreal, and you don't get what Jalen Brunson accomplished.
Okay.
That's what I think the problem
So
is.
if you built right now a big mountain, and it was, I hate doing this, but the Mount Rushmore, New York, and there's Brunson's face, and Messier, and Eli, and Jeter's. Brunson's the George Washington up there?
I don't think many will agree with me, but I think the points I'm making make sense, in my opinion.
I'm sorry.
You're also forgetting, because you're living in real time, maybe not your emotions, because you're not a Knicks fan.
Exactly. I'm not a Giant fan or a Yankee fan, bro.
You're reliving the emotions of the Knicks fan over the last 3 days, 2 or 3 days. But you're forgetting, maybe because you're not a Giant fan, what it was like when the Giants won the Super Bowl against the undefeated and unflappable career record producing New England Patriots. You're forgetting what that was like.
I don't think I am. I mean, I was here doing the show the next day. Like, I wasn't in high school.
And how much hyperbole was thrown out then?
Every bit of hyperbole you can imagine.
Right.
And I don't think it's hyperbole to say to you, because this is, I guess, offering you bread in this argument. Bread? Baking bread? What? Breaking bread. The Giant run to a championship is the greatest run to a championship I've ever seen. And I will probably never get to say someone surpassed that. So I am fully acknowledging what was accomplished in January and February of 2008. Right. I understand it. What I'm trying to tell you, and I don't think you get it yet, and maybe it'll take a few years, maybe it's the opposite of prisoner of the moment, is what Jalen Brunson, as the captain of the Knicks, accomplished is so big, so unique, so monstrous, and so clutch that, I can say full-throated to you, I think he's past Jeter and Eli in terms of being a legend in this town.
Let's not forget, 4 days ago, Evan had OG Anunoby as the MVP of this series for the Knicks.
That's right. Okay. Eli may not have won the MVP of this 2007 Super Bowl. That's Michael Strahan.
Just saying.
Well, I'm just saying. You know what? It's actually the same. It's actually the same. I was at that Super Bowl, the first one. And I don't know if Joe remembers it, but Joe will join us at 12. We were having an active discussion how the MVP of the Super Bowl was either Strahan or Tuck. So it happens.
Yeah, but in football, it can come down to a play. A play can make a difference.
Well, can in basketball too.
Yeah.
We'll get to your calls coming up. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Speaking of Brunson, we'll reveal everybody's opinions about the Brunson signing when it happened a couple of years ago. I mentioned Joe B's going to join us coming up at 12 noon. And we're hanging out with you at 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you, at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Congratulations to the New York Knicks on their championship win. At HSS, they're proud to be their official hospital, the orthopedic care they count on all season long. The same #1 ranked care that keeps professional athletes, weekend warriors, and New Yorkers moving for over 160 years. To learn more or make an appointment, visit hss.edu. Most major insurance plans are accepted. HSS, the official hospital of the championship New York Knicks.
And for the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are NBA champions, and fans everywhere are celebrating history in the making. To honor this unforgettable moment, BigTimeBats.com proudly presents the official Knicks NBA championship basketball. This full-size, pure-feel composite leather Wilson basketball is crafted for collectors and die-hard fans alike. It features embossed championship script, the official NBA Finals logo, and the bold, iconic 2026 Knicks championship emblem, all showcased in stunning detail. This limited edition gold edition basketball sells for $124.95, plus shipping and handling. And once they're gone for good. Don't miss your chance to own a true piece of Knicks history, a championship 53 years in the making. Visit BigTimeBats.com right now and order your official 2026 NBA Champions Gold Edition basketball today. BigTimeBats.com, where champions live forever. And this portion of the program was sponsored by Ray Katina Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It is also sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Visit NJ.org.
Make this your summer of unforgettable drives in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team makes shopping easy and stress-free. One reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison for luxury driving all summer long.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including the final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
The times you spend with your friends and loved ones are the best. Those selfies you take now will shape memories that will last a lifetime. Make sure you stay in the picture and stay away from fentanyl. Only 2 milligrams of fentanyl can cause an overdose. So learn about the dangers and risks of this frightening, deadly drug at stayinthepic.nj.gov. Don't risk your life and all those wonderful memories you're creating. Stay in the picture and stay away from fentanyl. Know all the risks. Visit stayinthepic.nj.gov from New Jersey Human Services.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hi, it's Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuckit. Still need Father's Day gifts? There's still time. Head to your nearest Untuckit store to find the perfect presents he'll wear over and over. He'll love to unwrap wrinkle-free cotton to save him time in the morning, performance stretch styles he never has to iron, polos for golf and more, not to mention digital gift cards that deliver instantly. There's still time to nail Father's Day. Get gift cards at untuckit.com or head to one of our 80-plus stores nationwide. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-559-4141. That's 800-559-4141. 800-559-4141.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
Hi, this is John Starks. At John Starks Kia, we don't play games. No gimmicks, no tricks, no hidden fees, no surprises, and no money down. See you at John Starks Kia in Queens.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-game parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the New York community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JPMorgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Want to stay cool for the next 2 summers without spending a penny? Well, Sloman's has the AC offer of the century. Get 18 months with 0 payments and 0 interest. They're now offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant systems expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive 5-year service plan. This includes annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing all of Long Island and Queens, call the team at Sloman's today at 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But hurry, these cool savings won't last. Don't miss out. Call 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. That's ac.slomans.com. Terms and conditions do apply.
If you're still using a sportsbook to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
The wait is finally over. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. For complete championship coverage from the station that lived every moment of the journey, stay with the Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Don't worry, Tiki, I got some World Cup updates coming to you next hour. But for now, the Mets certainly didn't bring momentum from the Braves series to Cincinnati. Steve Cohen's second favorite New York team was crushed 12-0 by the Reds yesterday.
Jesus, you're a jerk, man.
The Rays fell 4-3 to the Dodgers deep into the night, meaning the Yankees gained another half game in the AL East. That's your little baseball update there.
And why do you have to throw digs in there as it's happening, too?
What do you mean?
Steve Cohen's second favorite team.
Well, he prioritized the Knicks during the finals, and we all know this.
I didn't love him going to the finals. I got to tell you, I thought it was a bad look. You're the owner of the Mets. The Mets are playing, and you're too busy sitting courtside watching the Knicks.
Yeah, but the Knicks were the place to be.
Okay.
They were the hot ticket in town.
He can't tell Met fans, I'm not moving the game up for the Knicks while leaving and not being at Citi Field and being at the Garden. Can't do that.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. It's a bad look to...
That's all it is. It's a bad look.
Not be at your team's game, to be at someone else's team.
And stop right there. It's a bad look. That's it. Now, some may not think it's a bad look. Some may not care. In fact, most people don't care, so we'll move on very quickly.
It's 162 games.
I'm just saying.
Who cares?
I'm more annoyed at Sean by, shoving that in as he's doing his Fan Focus.
You're out of shape and you're fat.
Well, I didn't say that, but nevertheless.
Oh, God forbid there's a little personality.
I will get to your phone calls. Jalen Brunson, it is still sinking in for all of us, is an NBA champion. And I said to Tiki that I was thinking about this last night, and we were just talking about it to start the show. You could rewind on the Odyssey app, that he has moved up that icon ladder in New York. And there's a bunch of guys that he's passed without argument, including Tiki himself. He very politely conceded that earlier in the show.
I stepped aside.
Henrik Lundqvist, even a diehard Ranger fan like Sean, stepped aside. But I was willing, based on the enormity of what he accomplished, to put him ahead of Eli Manning and Derek Jeter, which is blasphemy to a lot of people. But again, I remind you, before we take your calls, I have no motive. I'm not a fan of any of these teams. I'm a loser.
Oh.
In fact...
Well, why don't we let the fans tell us?
You're right. I'm the last loser left. Everyone has a championship now. Everybody. Sal has a championship.
That's true.
Gio has it. Most fans in this town now have a championship. It's left to us 33 Mets, Jets, Nets, Islander fans. We are the last.
Well, the Islanders have plenty. They were just long ago.
They were before I was born, bro.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
All right, so let's hear from the people. 888-808-1019. Mike is in Trumbull, Connecticut. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. How you doing? I love the show. It's my favorite show on the Fan. I had something to say, a point, but I want to make one point before that really quick. I think the difference between Jalen Brunson, someone like him, and like a Mike Piazza is that Brunson has the capability of like a worldwide star power that Piazza, Mark Messier, I don't think really have. And I also would put Jalen Brunson ahead of Aaron Judge any day of the week now, and I'm a Yankee fan.
I purposely didn't include him.
Yeah, because we already had that debate.
Yeah, mainly because he's already taken over as king. I think with Judge, the better question would be, and I sort of asked it yesterday, but we never got into it, what could he do to take it back?
Judge.
I don't think winning a World Series would be enough because of the enormity of what Jalen Brunson just accomplished.
I think it would be continuing to win MVPs, which he's not going to do this year. Until are we talking age 36 MVP for Aaron Judge?
Right.
And multiple championships.
Multiple's the key word, yeah.
Has to bring it back to it so it feels like a dynasty again.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing Judge could do.
I always ask this question when someone's having an argument, like the old stupid LeBron-Michael argument. I always say, okay, well, what has to happen for your opinion to change? It's a very fair question. That's how you try to get inside people's minds.
Right.
So I asked myself this. I'll ask it now. I'll ask it to both of us. What would have to change for Judge to surpass Brunson? And unfortunately, my answer is nothing. Like, I just don't think there's anything.
Yeah.
And again, he's being penalized by being a Yankee. I understand that. It's part of the world. Jalen Brunson, and I'll repeat this because I still don't think it is sunk in. Jalen Brunson led the New York Knicks to an NBA championship. That's a statement.
Yeah.
That happened.
Something that most, even diehard, devout Knicks fans thought was never going to happen.
Well, you'll hear it when we play the old clips. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone should be ashamed. Like, that's why I'm surprised that some of our coworkers are worried about what we're going to play. Like, it was Jalen Brunson who thought he was going to be great.
This is why, as we talked about on Sunday, our Sunday show.
Yes.
We work 6 days a week.
That's right.
That Sunday show.
We're like Big Mac.
Why history doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You can't rely on history to tell you what's going to happen going forward.
No, you're right. Let's go to Jack in Rockaway. What's going on, Jack?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Not much. I just had one. I wanted to jump in on this. Nothing against all the other guys, but you got to put Messier. Here's a guy who he guaranteed a victory to win it all, and he scored a hat trick in the game. So how can anybody put anybody over him? That's what my question to you guys.
It is definitely, because Sean brought this up off air, because I think this is such a personal conversation to him. This is not like we'll just talk about it on the radio. He's going to talk about it during commercial breaks. He brought that up. Like, hey, doesn't Messier get almost extra stock for the fact that he put his ass on the line by guaranteeing things?
I mean, that is, talk about sex. Man, that's huge.
I mean, Dolan did the same thing with Craig and Big Mac.
True, but he's not participating.
Right. Dolan didn't drop the 45 after guarantee.
That's a good point. Omar is calling from Brooklyn. What's up, Omar?
Omar, what's up, dude?
Omar!
Hey, there you are. What's happening, man?
Yeah, listen. Let me tell you one thing. The two things that I have to say about why Brunson take over. I'm a Knicks fan. And people like Tiki Baba, you played NFL, you will be a little loyal to NFL players. Right. And as Evan, as he's a Brooklyn Nets fan, so he has nothing to go for it. The reason I will pick, and I said the best game I saw ever in an NFL quarterback played, that was a San Francisco 49ers game when he was he was a man. I was standing up and giving salute to Eli Manning, the way he got hit, and then he stood up in that game. That is the manly figure. I salute to him every time I saw that game. Eli Manning is the greatest ever I have seen in one critical game. But Brunson, taking to the basket against a 7'6", the 6'1" point guard, 45 points, the only two players in modern history to have 40 points in a game breaker in NBA Finals. Antetokounmpo and Brunson mania has taken, and plus another Brunson point. The Eli Manning parade and Eli Manning followers and Brunson fallen. It's not even close. This whole New York City, oh my God, they will not have enough space for the parade yet. So this is Brunson all the way.
I love that,
Well
Omar.
done, Omar. Well done. And I like what he did because
Omar is Indian, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure.
Isn't it crazy how that? Because I hear his accent, and I'm like, this could almost be Jamaican.
Oh, yeah.
It could almost be.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
I don't either.
I've never met Omar. He's a legendary caller. He's a very passionate guy.
As you could tell.
And he's one of those guys, I admit, I'm very happy for.
100%.
Like, you separate your fandom and what you want with people. And there are certain people, not a lot of you, but certain people that I'm happy for.
He brought up the thing that you cannot ever discount about Jalen Brunson. He toys with elite players. Toys with them.
Yeah.
Makes them look stupid. Right? And Wemby's 7'4". He'll let you go by him, Wemby, and then he'll just swat you from behind.
He's long enough to, yeah.
He's long enough to swat you from behind.
Yeah.
So here's this 6'1" kid, as he looks like next to Wemby, who just bodies him and then is able to lay up in the paint with Wemby on his back.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost impossible.
And to Omar's credit, what he said about Eli in San Francisco, I agree with him. I thought that was one of the toughest performances I've ever seen on a football field.
That's why you advocate for Eli, because the dude always got up. And he used to get destroyed.
And I admire that. Like, what sucks sometimes when you have these big debates about great players is it feels like you're putting somebody down. There's nothing to put Eli down about.
The fact that they're whoever we're talking about is in the conversation means that you're higher than 99% of every other athlete.
We're talking about all-timers.
Yeah.
So I have no issue with what he said about San Francisco and what he accomplished.
Yeah, I know. You just wish one of them was yours. That's all.
Of course I do. No care. I was about to say no bleep Sherlock. I mean, there's a tinge of jealousy in all of this, but I think one of the advantages I have being the king of losers now is that I have no bias. Why would I be biased towards any of these guys? They didn't do it for me.
True.
It's not and I, by the way, Sean, I respect and understand the challenge of you as a diehard Ranger fan debating Mark Messier versus Jalen Brunson. One guy did it for you, the other guy didn't. I get it. It's a tough argument to have.
Which is why I thought I was fair when I said he's tied him.
I think you would try to be fair, would be the way I'd phrase it. You tried. You did your best.
Okay.
You did your best. Let's go to this guy's calling me an idiot, so I'll go to him. I'm trying to think. What's the most idiotic thing I said so far today? About Jeter, probably?
It's probably Jeter.
All right.
Yeah.
Jackson on Long Island, the floor is yours, sir. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, and that was exactly that. I'm one of the 8 Net fans in New York, just like you, and I understand Jalen Brunson is probably the most iconic basketball player who's played on both teams. But the celebrity of Derek Jeter goes beyond anything that Brunson has done and ever probably will do. Just as a celebrity, he's more worldwide known than Jalen Brunson. So when you talk about iconic, that also goes off the field and the court for Brunson's case. It just doesn't even compare. Derek Jeter was so worldwide and internationally known, and he was New York's own. Jalen Brunson didn't come from New York. He came from Dallas, obviously. But just Derek Jeter's celebrity by far surpasses anything that...
Jackson, if you take out the worldwide, because I admit I wasn't thinking about worldwide. I was thinking about New York. I was thinking about the fancy dinner 30 years from now that they all show up to, who gets the biggest cheer, like one of those dopey arguments. I was thinking about that. So in this city specifically, would you then at least agree that 30 years from now, even with only one championship, Jalen Brunson will be the more iconic sports figure, or no?
I don't. I still think you're still going to see more number 2 jerseys around than you would 11 walking around New York City.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And keep this in mind about Jeter. And again, this is going to sound like an insult.
It's also baseball jersey versus basketball jersey. I'm just talking specifically the jersey.
Where again, and I know many love to make the argument at my expense, the Yankees have competition in this town. The Knicks have much lesser competition in this town, which I acknowledge. But keep this in mind about Derek Jeter. And again, I say this trying to be nice. I think Derek Jeter is the greatest shortstop in the history of the sport, not named Honus Wagner. So obviously, I have a high view of him. I put him ahead of Ripken. I put him ahead of A-Rod because he played the position his entire career. So obviously, first ballot Hall of Famer. He was the best player on the Yankees maybe once or twice in championship years. He wasn't the best player every single time they won. He just wasn't.
Yeah, but
he wasn't the best player in 96. He wasn't the best player in 98. He just wasn't.
But you know what? The problem with baseball, and it's not a problem, it's just the reality of the game, is that you don't have to be the best player to have the biggest impact.
Is Aaron Judge the best player in the Yankees?
On the game.
Is Aaron Judge the best player in the Yankees year after year after year?
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
last
So
decade.
it can happen.
But
it can happen. That's my point.
I'd argue the best player right now has Ben Rice.
Well, because Judge is hurt.
But even with Judge playing, it was Ben Rice.
Okay.
So it's neither here nor there. But my point is, you don't have to be the best player to have the most important impact in a cerebral game, a game of minutia like baseball. In basketball, just look at this finals. Who was the best player? If you put it all on paper, looked at all their skill sets, you did a combine, a basketball. Who would be the best player in that NBA finals? It's Wemby.
It's a loaded question, but the answer is that
it's Wemby.
That whiny biatch.
Exactly. But in basketball, it's really who can play the best.
Right. Who played the best in the 5 games
against you?
Yeah.
And that was Jalen Brunson.
Right.
So
I'm going to try.
It's just weird. Like you don't get that dynamic in baseball. It's not me against you.
I'm going to try to attack this from a different way. Have the Yankees won a World Series since Derek Jeter retired?
Have the Yankees won a World Series? No.
Okay. When was their last World Series before Derek Jeter won Rookie of the Year in 96?
1978. World Series victory.
World Series victory.
Yeah.
So, and when was that last Knicks championship?
1973.
So is it fair to say, without Derek Jeter, that the New York Yankees, for that iconic a franchise, would have a drought just 5 years shorter than the Knicks right now? So we're going to punish Derek Jeter for what? Stopping and preventing a drought?
Well, hold on. If we want to do this argument, which is so convoluted,
Right.
but kind of fascinating.
It's so convoluted because you're making Derek Jeter the reason they won every championship.
But you know what? For the sake of
it's not.
But Tiki, for the sake of his argument, cool. Let's take out Jeter's career. That means you have to take out all of his career.
Uh-huh.
That means you've got the 18 years they didn't win prior to Jeter winning the Rookie of the Year. And then after his retirement in 15, if memory serves correct? No, 14.
14, yeah.
That means we're talking about a 10-year drought. So that means we're talking, if you do the math, on a 28-year drought. 28 ain't 53, bro.
Okay, but I'm including the years he played. If he didn't exist, you have to.
You can't include the years he played.
You have to.
No, you can't.
Because he was the most clutch player on the team. Again, we will never know whether they would have or not, but being the most clutch player, Evan, that is a Yankee franchise. That is the most iconic brand, all of that. 5-year difference in droughts if you take out Jeter's career. Sorry.
I've got a great question I want you to think about, and please, when I do this, just literally think about it.
Okay.
They need to teach a course, by the way, at colleges called sports math, which means it doesn't make any damn sense what you're talking about, but you kind of understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what just happened there.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
I feel so much smarter that I cooked that up.
When we come back, we'll get back to your phone call. So if you're waiting, we got you. 888-808-1019, especially the people on hold that say, I agree with Evan. The one who says Evan's an absolute moron, you can hang up. I'm just kidding. I'll get to you first. I want to be fair. But I want you to answer this when we come back. It's very similar to what I said earlier. Okay, you think Derek Jeter and Eli Manning are still ahead of Jalen Brunson. Cool. What does Jalen Brunson need to do next for you to say, okay, he's past them? Well, here's Sean and Tiki's view on that, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. There's no better time than now to upgrade your home with Windorama's summer savings event. Save up to 40% off when you install with Windorama. Choose from top brands like Anderson Windows and Doors and Master Shield Gutter Guards. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle it all. A stress-free process from measurement to installation, and when you shop in stock inventory, they'll install in just 14 days. Visit Windorama.com and book now.
Surfside iced tea and lemonade plus vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka, and has 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. No bubbles, no troubles. Look for the new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry half and half in stores now. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
For the first time in 53 years, the Knicks, the New York Knicks, are NBA champions. To celebrate this historic victory, BigTimeBats.com proudly presents the official Knicks NBA Championship basketball. This full-size, pure-feel, composite leather Wilson NBA basketball features embossed championship script, the official NBA Finals logo, and the Knicks Championship 2026 championship logo. It sells for $124.95 plus shipping and handling. Own a piece of Knicks history before it's gone. Visit BigTimeBats.com and order your official 2026 NBA Champions Gold Edition basketball today.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Like a game of hot potato. Can you bet on that, by the way? Hot potato? Asking for a friend, definitely not named Brendan. Like a bad game of hot potato, the NCAA refused to be the bad cop. Federal courts refused to be the bad cop. And the Big 12 sat around for weeks waiting to see if somebody would be the adult in the room before finally Brendan Sorsby read the room and realized his only path forward is to enter the NFL supplemental draft. Now, it's up to NFL GMs to decide if Sorsby's worth the risk. I'm Chris Mack.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done, fast. We've got a huge variety of metals in stock, and we cut to size, fast. Bottom line, we get it done fast, so you get it done fast. Doesn't get easier than that. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store or buy online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability. Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spring is winding down, but pest season is just getting started. Mosquitoes, ticks, ants, and wildlife are becoming more active across the greater New York area as summer temperatures rise. Enjoy your summer, not the pests. JP McHale Pest Management helps protect your home, family, pets, employees, and customers all season long. With local offices in the New York metropolitan area, their local experts are ready with seasonal residential savings and free commercial inspections. Visit nopests.com. That's NOPESTS.com. JP McHale Pest Management, not just good, guaranteed.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. Australia is trading at 17% to beat Argentina, meaning a $100 trade pays out $570 if they win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. So for a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code CMAC, that's code CMAC, to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI Kalshi. Trade the beautiful game. 18 plus only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Town Fair Tires, New England's largest volume discount tire dealer with over 125 locations. So we sell name brand tires for the guaranteed lowest price, like Michelin tires, with all-season capabilities and maximum performance. Plus, Town Fair will give you more free services for life on your Michelin tires, for longer tread life and reliable traction in both wet and dry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, in the game, you always need a backup plan, and your phone is no different. A second line from Red Pocket Mobile is perfect for side gigs, keeping your work and personal numbers separate, and just staying connected without the big carrier price tag. Starting at just $10 a month, you get your choice of 3 major 5G networks with no contracts or credit checks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
If you own a business, you've heard it all. From fast funding to easy approvals, everyone says the same thing. LendSeek is different. We show you what you actually qualify for. LendSeek's AI-enabled platform matches you with funding options with no guesswork. Up to $5 million in as fast as 24 hours. If you've been in business over a year, doing at least $50,000 per month, apply for free with zero out-of-pocket costs and access to over 100 lenders. Start ready, stay ready. LendSeek.com. LendSeek.com.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The wait is over. The New York Knicks are world champions. For complete championship coverage and exclusive reaction, there's only one place to be. Your Knicks championship destination station. The Fan. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Joe B will join us at 12 noon. Very special edition of Posted and Toasted coming up at 11:30. Digging up what everyone said initially upon the signing of Jalen Brunson a few years ago. But we've talked over the first hour about Jalen's legacy, and Sean and Tiki pushed back on me when I said that this championship is so important, so impressive, so valuable that Jalen Brunson has climbed the ladder and has passed guys like Eli Manning and Derek Jeter, which sounds blasphemous. And while I will respect that you guys disagree, Eli Manning and Derek Jeter's careers are over. Like, they can't do anything else other than off the field stuff. Jalen is still playing. So I always love to ask people this because it shows an open-mindedness. Ask anyone who says MJ is better than LeBron. Okay, I accept that. What does LeBron have to do to pass him?
Right.
And most of them will just say nothing because I've already decided. So I'll start with you, Sean, as the big, crazy, not a fanboy at all.
I'm a fat moron.
Giant fan. What would Jalen Brunson need to do to pass Eli Manning?
Well, first I'm going to start with one title, no matter in any fashion. I break my tie with Messier and he passes, and I think that's clear, 2-1.
Fair enough.
As far as Eli goes, dude, honestly, I think unless you have to win another one, and I think it has to be maybe like one of these all-time 9-10 loss teams because you have to make the equivalent to beat the undefeated Patriots. And if not,
they have to beat a 9 or 10 loss team is what you're saying.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find the basketball equivalent of beating the undefeated Patriots. And if not, I think it takes 3. I think it takes 3.
So it's either beating a dynastic basketball team, which, by the way, if the Thunder beat the Spurs, you could have argued they did.
By the way, but again, though, they didn't. That's a different argument.
I know.
Okay, and that's all I'm saying.
So you're penalizing
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson because the Thunder couldn't win 7
I can't go that. I can't go that deep in it because it's just that's unique to football.
It is. It's unfair.
Yeah, I think it's more because we talked about this yesterday. The parity in the NBA is it's awesome. It's exactly what you want. We were talking about the labor strife that's about to happen with Major League Baseball. The NBA has it right. They have this massive TV deal. Guys are making $80 million a year, and there's a different champion every year.
Yeah, and a lot of it is the CBA. Knicks fans will see it next year when they don't want to pay Cat. Cat's probably going to be on a different team in 2 years, and you'll understand why.
Right. They don't want to be in that second umbrella.
Right.
And, like, you get it, and it sucks for a guy potentially like Cat.
Sure.
But it's what makes the NBA so good. Is it no team is just going to go dominate year over year over year or outspend anybody year over year over year.
So what does he need to pass Eli? Second title and you're
just another
good?
title.
Okay, fair enough.
To
Thank
me,
you.
it's another title.
That's a fair answer.
Okay.
What does he have to do?
Especially in the parity-driven NBA. That was my point.
And it's a great one.
Right.
Like, for the Knicks to break the parity paradox and become, I don't think it's dynasty, but a back-to-back or a 2 out of 3 or a 2 out of 4.
Right.
Yeah. What would it take to pass Jeter then? Is that like a dynasty then? Yeah. Is that what they would need?
Yeah. And that's not going to happen.
Tommy said to me last night it was going to happen.
He did say that.
He said there's going to be a dynasty.
He did.
I'm not laughing at Tommy because you know what? Maybe he's right.
The reason, well, I mean, if Leon Rose is as elite as we all are now putting him on that heightened level to be at, it would be reconstructing this team.
Yes, but
it's very different, but also the same.
I got to give credit to Carton because I heard him say it. And it was a great point that I never thought of. And with all due respect, very rare I hear a sports point from him that I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. Usually it's something else.
Right.
How much longer would Leon Rose want to do this?
That's a good point.
I mean, he came from being an agent, and now he's conquered the dragon. He won a championship. So he said that yesterday, and I thought it was a really good point because, and by the way, I know Craig well. Is he speculating or has he heard something? I mean, he's BFFs with Dolan. So it's one of those things like when Boomer says something and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Are you speculating or do you know?
No, he knows.
So you never know. It's possible he's heard the rumblings that that's the case.
Right.
But that would be my worry. All right, so Dynasty to pass Jeter, one more to pass Eli. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We're talking about a 5-time World Series champion here.
I understand.
I know.
Wasn't the best player on most of those teams, though.
And Jalen Brunson, in theory, is.
Yeah.
Meaning this one and whatever the next one
Yeah, you would
comes.
assume so.
Right.
You would assume so. All right, let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Rob is in Oceanside. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, Tiki, I love you, man. I was at the game when you tore up Kansas City for 200 yards.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, no problem. Brunson bringing the title to New York is on another stratosphere. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it was
you're right.
unfathomable that the Knicks could ever win, you know? So, to me, it's something that could never be accomplished, and they did it. And, you know, the Yankees were always in it under Steinbrenner. So, to me, it's more important that they won.
No, I mean, you're right about that. And one of the things that Evan always talks about is the LOL nature of some of these teams.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's not really how people think of them. But, I mean, look, the Jets are that way. The Mets have been that way. You know, not recently because they've actually had some success. But
The Mets?
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're LOL again.
No,
they're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Well, this season. But I'm talking about over like the
How
next.
about the way they choked last
But
season?
the last 4 years. Like, they've been they've been good.
You're very generous.
They weren't inept.
I disagree with you.
They weren't playoff-less for a decade and a half.
Okay.
You know what I
That's
mean?
the bar. Okay.
Right. And so the Knicks were that.
Yeah, they were LOL.
They were LOL. And now they've slowly got out of the LOL-ness, and now they're champions. So if you were a fan even if you're 35 years old, most of your life, the Knicks were LOL.
Yeah.
And for you turn into an adult, and all of a sudden they're winning a championship. That's a big deal.
I have a Knicks opinion you are going to completely agree with, and there are some Knicks fans who will agree with this. Some will be offended. The best part about the Knicks winning a championship, even you, Sean, best part about the Knicks winning a championship, we don't have to hear people fawn over the 90s Knicks anymore.
So true. And overrate them.
Back in my day.
Yeah. I mean, and
those
overrate
guys
them.
used to beat you up.
Right.
No, you know what that is now? Now that's the Lundqvist Rangers. You can have those fans fawning over.
And that's
a good point.
That's obnoxious. Do I fawn over any of my loser teams? Is there any era of my team I root for that I fawn over?
It's not an era.
You only fawn a little bit over the championship appearance Jets.
The back-to-back championship appearances?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so the Rex
fawn
era.
over
I fawn over the Rex era.
The Rex era.
Rex era, and there's one more.
Go ahead.
It's more it's DeGrom-centric. You fawn over Jacob DeGrom, and that's more of the
That's
player
a
than the era.
player,
That's
though, not... Yeah.
But you did make a World Series, so it's kind of tied to it. That you adore that time.
I don't hear that. I hear the DeGrom love, but that's just because he's obsessed with Jacob DeGrom.
Has Brunson passed DeGrom, Evan?
Yes.
Yes.
See, I can do that. I can give the straight answer. I can be honest. The Chief is in Cherry Hill. Good morning, The Chief.
How are you, Evan?
Good. What's up?
It's good to listen to all of you. You guys are a great show. Evan, you're not a moron. I just said that because I knew I'd probably get, picked on first. That's why I said that.
I love that people realize if you insult me, we'll go to you quicker. Right. It's the opposite.
I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
No, but honestly, I have to agree with Sean and Tiki. Listen, it's unbelievable. A fan of Yankees, Giants, Rangers, Knicks. I'm only 26. However, what Jeter did with 5 championships, I understand what Brunson did first time in 53 years, but it's 5 championships, and he did it for the Yankees where there was a certain expectation of that you have to deliver, and he delivered 5 times. Now, I get not every single championship was he's the best player on the team. However, it's really hard to quantify this, but Jalen had, when you're playing basketball, there's more opportunities to deliver. Now, he had to deliver in every one of those opportunities where Jeter, the ball is not hit him every time. He's not hitting, he's not in the batter's box 8, 9, 10 times a game.
Right.
There's a limit to where he could affect it. However, for the way he could affect the game as a baseball player, he did it to the next level 5 times in New York, where as Jalen Brunson, I'm not saying that we expected them to lose, but if they would have lost, it would have been disappointing, but we wouldn't have crushed him. Jeter, if he would have lost every time that the Yankees don't deliver, they get crushed.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
he delivered 5 times in the biggest market in sports, as well as Eli. Nobody expected them to beat the 2007 Patriots, and he played some of the best teams in the NFC, and then obviously the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and he delivered. Whereas again, for the Giants, he had to deliver, or he would have been crushed.
No, you're right about that. You nailed the baseball thing with Jeter, because it's just in a clutch moment, the moment of the game in the NBA, and let's use these finals and these NBA finals. You knew Jalen Brunson was going to have the ball in his hand and was going to find a way to come through. Derek Jeter could be, 6 batters away from being in the moment where he has to make an impactful play. And those 5 before him could just crap the bed, and he just never gets an opportunity. Or the hard-hit ground ball could be, right at the first baseman instead of right at Jeter, who would make a spectacular diving or whatever play. Like, the opportunity isn't there.
What's so impressive about Jeter, see, I am disagreeing, but I'm giving proper love to Derek, is that you would think it would be easy for me to find a postseason in one of the championship years and say, see, he did nothing. They won despite him. And the reality is, if you go through Derek Jeter's playoffs, the only one that you could circle to and say, hey, look, not that impressive.
Right.
They would have won without him is 1998. In 1998, he just didn't do that much in the postseason. And they had the greatest team ever assembled. That is the only year where I could confidently say, you know what? They were winning no matter where Jeter was. But it's funny when you look at 96 and the impact he had in the big moments in the postseason, and you look at 99 and certainly 2000. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm just haunted by that. He actually impacted all of them. So there's no questioning his greatness. But to me, it is a victim of circumstance. They're the Yankees.
Right.
And to many Yankee fans, there are a bunch of iconic players. We haven't even mentioned Mariano Rivera and what his impact was. With the Knicks, it's this guy. And that's not to discount OG Anunoby or Karl Anthony Towns, but he is the guy. They are not winning without him.
Right.
And so I think the nature of the sport and the nature of the drought that each franchise had, that's a huge factor in my mind.
To defend your stance for a minute, that's what separates him in some people's minds. Because he has to be. He can't hide by, and again, it's not even hiding. It's just he can't get off the hook by the ball going someplace else.
Right.
Or the rotation being, or the lineup being, skewed against you getting that opportunity.
Which Judge did to get to the World Series in 24. I know that sounds like such a mean thing to say, but he wasn't the main reason they won that series.
No. I mean, it was Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, that was somebody else too, but you just don't want to say his name.
Who's that?
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, the we love Soto.
You know what's depressing about that?
I almost forgot about Soto on that team.
You shouldn't. Here's what's so depressing about Soto. I'll put you guys over for a second. So the Mets lost last night 9-0. All right? Or 12-0.
12. It was 9-0, and then everybody turned it off.
No, and I hung in there because I'm an idiot. Late 3-run home run. But the Mets had a lot of opportunities in this game. And Juan Soto, again, came up small. And I think if you ask any Met fan, hey, your thoughts on Juan Soto, they'd say, look, he's a great player. He's a great hitter. I'm glad he's a Met. But he just has missed those big moments. And it is crazy that he is now a year and a half into his Met tenure, and I think he had more big moments with the Yankees by far than the Mets. And he's already passed it in terms of games played. And so, brief aside, I'm sure we'll spend more time on this as the summer goes on, but as we were just having that conversation about...
It's kind of true.
It's 1,000% true, bro.
But I actually am going to tie this into our conversation because it's fascinating. Let's just...
He's wonderful.
Okay. Evan, you haven't seen the Mets win. Okay, 86. So we're going to go north of 30 years past this year. I think we're all going to assume they're not winning this year. Can we?
30 years? Do you do math well?
40 years.
It's 40 years,
That's
bro.
right. They were before I was born. Okay, 40 years. Let's say next year, Juan Soto and the Mets going to tear, and he's hitting multiple home run games.
Yeah.
They're dominating. They are sweeping teams.
And he's the reason.
He's the reason, and the Mets break an over 40-year drought, and Juan Soto has like 15 home runs in October. Did Juan Soto pass Jalen Brunson?
It's different, but it's an interesting question that I don't want to answer until Juan Soto actually freaking does it.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time on that hypothetical.
True,
Go do it, bro.
But I would argue, and even when we have this conversation, when
Yeah.
or if.
I was going to say.
If or when?
No. If.
Not when?
I'm more jaded than ever,
All
Tiki.
right, so
Trust me.
If we ever have that conversation, it would be in the same vein as Jeter. It'd be like, all right, so what else went right?
Right. What was the impact? How did they win it? Was he bailed out by someone else? There's a lot of factors that lead into that. But to your point about the Mets having a drought, because now when you look at the droughts in New York, obviously the Jets have always been the king. They are still right up there. The Islanders, the Nets, depending on how you want to define their drought, ABA or non-ABA. Either way, it's a long-ass time. Whatever you want to define it as. 5 fans or not, we got a drought. And then you have the Mets. I think any of those teams winning, specifically the Jets and Mets based on just sheer popularity,
right.
The guy who has a major impact is shooting up the list.
Okay. I was just curious because we haven't had really one of your guys to really compete with them. So I was just thinking.
No, you're right. Because there aren't any.
You're right. I'll make this very simple for you.
It could have been KD.
Stop it. Just stop it. Get it out of him. Just stop. Stop it.
Hurts me too, T.
Just stop.
Could have been Kyrie.
Stop it. If Arch Manning ends up as the quarterback of the New York Jets and they win a Super Bowl, case closed, he's past Eli. Sorry. Too bad.
Because of the drought.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
What if they beat a 9-7 team?
I don't give a crap if they beat a 7-11 team.
Oh, that's right.
There'll be 18 games by then.
That's right. Good point.
There'll be 18 games and extra playoff teams. They could beat an under 500 team, bro. So that's my point about the drought and its impact. Josh is in Danbury, Connecticut. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. How you going? How you guys doing?
All's good.
Good. Yeah. So I had 2 separate points. One about Jalen Brunson. Mind you, this is coming from a Brooklyn Nets fan, New Jersey Nets fan. What he's accomplished as an undersized point guard in the NBA, New York City's a basketball town. What he's able to accomplish this past year, I think you got to put him as the top guy. When you look at guys like Eli and Derek Jeter and stuff, when it comes to football, they play out in New Jersey and stuff. The Knicks, they play in the heart of it. So no, I'm just keeping it real.
Because we on that side of the river.
And then, I'm just keeping it for real. And then another point too, and I hate to bring him up because I know he's still kind of dead to Tiki, but he kind of saved the position of the small, undersized scoring guard, kind of the same way how Saquon did with the Eagles, 2 years ago. Yeah. So that's another point too. So, and then my other point was, when it comes to the Knicks and everything, and, when we look at competition of the NBA the past few years and stuff, I think, when it comes to their fans being so obnoxious and stuff, and this whole phenomenon of taking over arenas, it's bringing back competition to the league that I just think it's great. It's a great thing to see. And
that's a classy thing for you to say, because Josh identified as a Net fan. See, we do exist, and I think that's a classy thing to say, and I don't disagree with him.
But he's right.
If we take away our opinions, this whole thing has been good for the sport. So
there's no doubt.
I acknowledge
especially for the Knicks fans and how I think the league views the Knicks fan. Because they went everywhere, dude.
They did an amazing job.
Everywhere.
They did far better than I could have imagined, and I knew they were good because we took over Philly a few years ago. We made the trip.
That was almost easy relative to where they had to go this year.
Yeah, not just easy based on travel, easy or not easy based on ticket prices.
Well,
or how difficult it would be to get a ticket.
Opposing fan care.
Yes.
Right? 76er fans don't care about the 76ers.
But the Cav fan does.
The Cav fan does. The San Antonio fan certainly does.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They did a fantastic job.
Now, he identified as a Net fan. It's odd because I've been told over the last few weeks that we don't exist. And there's also been weird insults to us few Net fans, including one the other day that came from Chalamet. What's his name?
Chalamet.
What's the actor's name?
Timothy
Chalamet.
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 Shall he be a Met?
Okay.
Just call him Wonka.
He's a great Knicks fan. Like, no disrespect to him.
Huge. He was in the locker room.
I got nothing but respect for him as a fan. He was on Carmelo Anthony's podcast the other day, and he said this.
If you live in New York, you are a Knicks fan. My grandma had a New York Giants teddy bear and a New York Jets teddy bear, but she only had a New York Knicks teddy bear, No disrespect to Nets fans, but if you're a Nets fan...
disrespect. It's all disrespect. If you know what it is in this city. You're little brother.
Yeah, if you're a Nets fan, you should be on like a government list or something. That's something wrong with you.
It was all good until that.
Wow.
Then you don't exist or whatever. You're a schmuck. Or even Kaz saying, who I love, saying, hey, their little brother. We are. Totally good. We need to be on a list.
Yeah.
We need to be sent away.
I didn't know he was a Giants fan.
Who are we talking about?
Chalamet.
Oh, Chalamet?
Yeah.
Did he say that?
Oh, he said his grandmother had a Giants and Jet teddy bear. I'll tell you that. She's a fraud.
That's what you learned from that
so
clip?
he doesn't like football then.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Right,
it's
because
probably...
even if his grandmother did have both the Giant and the Jet, if he was a real fan, he would have picked one.
Look at you, Tiki.
And he would not have said the other.
You know what I've learned? The Nets are more relevant than ever. I mean, every fan keeps bringing them up.
It's odd. Yeah, but in such derogatory ways, like you need to be on a list. Or how about the comedian on with Big Mac and Craig who said, I wouldn't trust them around my kids?
Yeah.
Like, we are getting some of the funniest, I admit funny, insults you'll ever hear.
You know, the comedian, who was that comedian?
Chris DiStefano.
DiStefano, that's my boy.
He's a funny guy.
DiStefano's
Jeez.
awesome, dude. But he says that. In some ways, it's legitimate because they're all kids.
What?
They're all kids. The team is all young, like first round draft
I
picks.
got you. Whatever that means.
It's like, you're going to allow a 22-year-old or a 20-year-old?
No, he's saying the fans, not the players. He's not saying he won't let Igor Joman around this kid. He's saying he won't allow Evan Roberts around this kid because we're so weird. Mike in East Islip. What's up, Mike?
You guys crack me up. Great show.
Thank you.
Recency bias. You're looking at this through the gold rim glasses the Knicks just won, and I'm a Knicks fan, and it was fantastic. But, and you've just brought up the point, how many of those World Series did the Yankees win without Jeter? Number one. Number two is, if you remember, the year before the Rangers won the Cup, they did not make the playoffs, and they booed Messier at the end of the season. I was there. Look up Adam Sandler as Aquaman on Saturday Night Live.
But the year before that, but hold on.
Number three, real quick.
Okay.
Eli threw 4 interceptions in that season against the Vikings, and people were saying, get rid of Eli. He almost got booed out of the Meadowlands. And yet they all came back to win
So
championships.
you're saying that them overcoming adversity, which I guess Jalen Brunson didn't have as a Knick, because since he got here, they were at least in the second round of the playoffs? Is that the argument? That Jalen Brunson never got booed, which he didn't? He never had some kind of embarrassing loss, which he didn't. Like even losing to Indiana, or Miami, it wasn't embarrassing. It wasn't embarrassing. So you're almost penalizing that he wasn't booed. Here's my question. I'll let you guys answer this because I do want to be fair, and I'm always a man of my word when it comes to this stuff. If there is a recency bias, which he claims, and I'm sure plenty of people in the audience would think that as well, when is the recency bias gone? Like how much time needs to go by before the recency bias doesn't exist around Jalen Brunson and his climb of the New York icon ladder?
I think we need a couple years of Knicks basketball post Jalen Brunson and see what the New York sports world looks like.
2 years from today?
Well, no, because Brunson's still going to be here. I think you need.
Oh, it's after he's gone?
I think yes, because we're talking about all these other guys after they're gone and how they live. So I think you need even Eli. When we're talking about we're almost 10 years now.
All right. It's very difficult for me to write that on a calendar because I don't know the date. But
I know that, but I think that's fair, Evan, because as long as he's in a Knicks uniform, you're still going to, have all of that. I think when he's gone, you have to give it a couple years and then look back and have a new Knicks era start after that.
Okay. I just wrote this down. 11:21 a.m. Brunson's gone. Then we can have the debate.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't
think that's outrageous either.
I was asking.
No, I think that's right because you evaluate a guy after you've collected all of the data.
Yes.
We're going to play a fun game when we come back. Every single one of the main hosts, I was able to find this. This was arduous work. I'm very proud of myself for doing this. It's also, I'm a loser. I was able to find every single person, the main host here's opinion on the Brunson signing when it was happening. And so Tiki's going to guess what they said. And then we'll let you hear it from everybody, myself and Craig. Me and Craig, I think, have the best clip because we got the breaking news. We were very lucky. I read the tweet to Craig to say, Jalen Brunson's a Knick.
You were on air at the time.
We were on air at the time, and I have no idea if he remembers what he said. I didn't remember what I said. So we got that, Tiki, Boomer, Gio, Loogie, Big Mac. So Tiki will guess what everybody said. We'll get to that coming up. Very special edition of Posted and Toasted. Plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
If you're looking to level up your wardrobe, you have to check out Collars & Co. You've seen them on Shark Tank. They landed a deal with Mark Cuban. They designed that dress collar polo, which sold over 1 million shirts. You know, the one with the collar that stays stiff the entire time. Well, now they have the Maverick Performance Blazer, and this thing is unbelievably legit. It's sharp, it's lightweight, and completely wrinkle-resistant, making it perfect for travel. In fact, I traveled with the other day for a show that I had to tape, this gray blue window pane. It was gorgeous. Pack it up and comes out looking fresh. And there are smart features on it as well, like security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So hit up my friends over at collarsandco.com. Use code Tiki for 20% off. And if you happen to be on the Upper West Side, their new store at 182 Columbus Avenue. Go check out collarsandco.com.
For the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are NBA champions, and fans everywhere are celebrating history in the making. To honor this unforgettable moment, BigTimeBats.com proudly presents the official Knicks NBA Championship basketball. This full-size, pure-feel composite leather Wilson basketball is crafted for collectors and diehard fans alike. It features embossed championship script, the official NBA Finals logo, and the bold, iconic 2026 Knicks championship emblem, all showcased in stunning detail. This limited edition, gold edition basketball sells for $124.95 plus shipping and handling. And once they're gone for good. Don't miss your chance to own a true piece of Knicks history. A championship 53 years in the making. Visit BigTimeBats.com right now and order your official 2026 Knicks NBA Champions Gold Edition basketball today. BigTimeBats.com, where champions live forever. And this portion of the program is sponsored by the Martin Tuckman School of Management at NJIT. It's also sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Visit NJ.org.
The World Cup is here, and NJIT, the #1 public university in New Jersey for alumni success, is putting you in the action. Track how loud your city is with the Fan Sentiment Hub built by NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management. Visit njit-worldcup.com.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including the final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore. With FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel's Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
I don't need to tell you. New Yorkers are paying more for everything. Rent, utilities, groceries, every single month. The office that's supposed
Talking real slick, acting real brash. Every interview sounding like a victory bash. Got the talent, got the reach, got the skill to last. But nobody got a bigger cocky ass. Cocky ass Wemby. Tiki said it first. Cocky ass Wemby. Made it 10 times worse. Pointing at his head, trying to make a splash. That's the exact reason Tiki said. Cocky ass Wemby. We talking fast. Cocky ass Wemby. French toast, cocky ass. Wemby said, I'm in the Knicks heads, man. Like you was Napoleon with a master plan. Standing in the garden trying to talk all grand, like he just conquered New York with one hand. But the Knicks weren't worried, they were chasing the ring. Trying to win the title, trying to finish the thing. Wemby kept yapping, talking all that jazz. Tiki kept repeating, cocky ass. From Paris to Texas, everybody heard that. One little quote and the city ran with that. Now every time Wemby starts talking in the press, Knicks fans just laugh and finish the sentence. Wemby got one nickname, Wemby got another. Different countries, different mothers. One got called a bitch, one got called a cocky ass. Tiki don't discriminate, everybody can catch that. Wemby got confidence, nobody disputes, but he talks like he's already got 10 rings in the Louvre. Every block's a masterpiece, every dunk's high art, every quote sounds like he's reading from his memoir. Tiki wasn't buying what Wemby was selling, saw the head point celebration and started yelling. Kid can't play, but let me state this fact. That Frenchman's a cocky ass. Cocky ass Wemby. Pointing at his brain. Cocky ass Wemby. Talking championship game. Cocky ass Wemby. Thought the Knicks were trapped, and Tiki hit the mic and attached the label fast. From Paris to the Garden, everybody laughs. Wemby's a cocky ass. MB, still a bitch. And Tiki said both with his old chest. Real slick, acting real brash. Every interview sounding like a victory bash. Got the talent, got the reach, got the skill to last, but nobody got a bigger cocky ass.
That's promo code BLAZE.
Tiki said it.
Available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best company.
The Mets are burning down again. Another night, another song. Somebody check the office door. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? The Mets are a dumpster fire. The boy genius looks like a fraud. Cohen spent the money. Queens got stuck with the Sox. Somebody ask Harvard, how does David Stern still have a job? Here comes the man from Milwaukee with a spreadsheet and a grin. Said he'd bring smart baseball to Queens, then let the losing begin. Evan Roberts on Rico Bronya is cooking him every night, reading off the receipts like scripture, and buddy, none of it sounds right. They called him the boy genius, they called him Milwaukee's son, but all he did was spend a fortune and turn the Mets into a rerun. How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? Oh, Bichette, Polanco, Devin too, Weaver, Mania, Montezerra. Big names, bad baseball, same old Mets fan stop. Somebody call Milwaukee. How does David Stern still have a job? How does David Stern still have a job? No, really, how does he still have a job? Bichette, Polanco, Devin too, Weaver, Mania, Montezerra.
Extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast. FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest inventory of name brand tires at discount prices, including Michelin tires, which give you the perfect match. A relaxing driving experience from your vehicle, along with all-season design for ultimate performance that stands out from the crowd. And Town Fair stands out from other dealers with a guaranteed lowest price on Michelin tires and gives you more free services for life than anywhere. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
The Larry O'Brien Trophy is back in New York. The Knicks are champions. For everything orange and blue, keep it right here on The Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Our first truly stunning result from the World Cup yesterday happened down in Atlanta. Heavily favored Spain had a 0-0 draw versus Cape Verde, which we learned yesterday is in fact a country, not a Netflix show. In fact, all 4 games yesterday played to draws, including Belgium, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and Iran and New Zealand. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Yeah, the goalie in that match for Cape Verde, Vizinha, is I think his nickname. I forget what his actual name is, but his grandparents died, and so they didn't come. And his mother had visa issues, so she couldn't get in. I think it was a monetary thing. The visas cost so much money, and they just didn't manage it well enough, so she wasn't there. He was the man of the match because Spain is a favorite. Right. Spain should have won. Now they got some injury issues and. Lamine Yamal, who is one of the best players in international football right now. He's hurt. He came off the bench, but great job by Cape Verde getting a point. I mean, that's hard to do against a team like Spain.
Pretty impressive. Tommy Lugauer is the only one who's taken shrapnel for a famous tweet that we turned into a T-shirt many years ago. On June 23rd, 2022 at 9:46 p.m., Tommy Lugauer tweeted, Jalen Brunson is a good player. He is not great. This would be typical Knicks, never ends. And we had a lot of fun with that. But we would also take a step back and say, we understood.
Yes.
Like, Jalen Brunson's signing was not met with a parade. It wasn't even met as the headline story on WFAN. In fact, there were 3 moments that the Brunson signing became a story. One is on draft night, when the Knicks traded back from 11 to clear cap space for what was their intended number 1 target, Jalen Brunson. There was Shams' tweet on June 29th or June 30th when he said, Jalen Brunson has canceled his meeting with Dallas. He intends to sign with the Knicks. And then the third one was just the press conference. Right. So in my exhaustive research, I had to go to those 3 dates, and it was not the lead story. It was not the lead story on any show. The lead story, believe it or not, were the Brooklyn Nets because of Kevin Durant demanding a trade. Before that, Kyrie Irving's contract. So, and that's not my fault, okay? It wasn't Evan pushing the net talk. It's honestly everybody else.
Right.
So it's funny how it was perceived. It was perceived as not a major story. So I've got everybody. And it's a very special edition of Posted and Toasted. So let's play the theme song and make it like official.
Okay, hold on because I just...
Okay, Posted and Toasted is brought to you by the Rothenberg Law Firm. Injured, visit injurylawyer.com and Princeton Longevity Center. Experience the power of personalized medicine.
It's time for Posted and Toasted.
Posted and toasted in 1, 2, 3. Posted and toasted where Evan finds the treats. Posted and toasted will Tiki guess them right. It's posted and toasted time.
Thankfully, the day after the NBA draft, me and Craig took a vacation, so Tommy and Big Mac hosted the show together.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so Tommy's tweet comes to life. Obviously, you already know his opinion since he tweeted it, so no guess here. Here's Tommy Lugauer from June of 2022, his opinion on the Knicks clearing cap space, trading back, and making sure they sign Jalen Brunson.
They're going to sell you now that a good player in Jalen Brunson is going to be a great player. We're going to give him max money, and that's why we're dumping all these players. And they're going to sell you on a good player. Well, good players aren't enough in the NBA, and this is a franchise that is starving for great players. And this is and people that want to be patient, you could be patient. I'm not going to sell this garbage that Leon Rose in this statement is trying to sell us because it's crap.
Garbage.
That was pretty intense. I didn't expect it to be that intense.
I mean, Jalen Brunson is a good player.
Yeah.
But I think up until that point, Jalen Brunson was a good player. He wasn't a great player.
No, part of that is true.
What you have to also acknowledge while giving some crap to Tommy
we got to give
being
some
wrong
crap.
is Tom Thibodeau made him a great player.
Major contributor.
And so did Mike Brown, because of the offensive diversity that they employed, make him even better? Sure. But I think Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks as a good player, and he became a great player.
Here is Big Mac's opinion on that same show about the signing of Jalen Brunson.
If he's the third or more likely the fourth best player on your team, okay, maybe you're in good position. Brunson can't be the guy. You can't move heaven and earth to get him here. I'm just sorry. It's not. He's a good player, and he'll be useful, and he'll be a good point guard for them, better than what they've had for, since Derek Harper.
Wow, that's almost worse than Tommy.
I was going to ask you. So right now, Big Mac says
100%.
Okay.
Third or fourth?
Let's get to Gio. And I apologize. I kept forgetting to ask you to predict. What do you think Gio said about Jalen?
Gio, I don't know Gio's. I can't think of how. I can't picture him being emotional about something. So I'm going to say he was like, okay.
No, he was emotional. This is after the draft. Again, this is where the station gave more opinions. Because, again, when he signed, it was It's like a freaking, pin dropping.
Yes, and that's because when he signed, KD had just that.
Yes, and also it was out there for a while. So this is after the draft. Knicks have traded back. Giannotti and everyone else understands their target is Jalen Brunson. Here is Gio.
You want to clear cap space for the best players in the game. That's what you want to do.
Well,
and you want to make maneuvers for LeBron James in 2010 and Kevin Durant in 2016. Like, those are the guys that you're moving mountains to try to bring in. And I like Jalen Brunson. I hope he ends up on the team, but you don't do stuff like this and forego a first-round pick to get Jalen Brunson. But the Knicks are operating as if Jalen Brunson is Allen Iverson in his prime, and they know 100% that he's going to join the team. That's how they're operating. And
wait, so Jalen Brunson was free.
He was a free agent.
Of course he was joining the team.
No, and I think that part, he knew that. Gio knew, the signs are there. And by the way, I got to defend him a little bit, because much like Big Mac, he's a good player.
Right.
It's not like he did. And Gio even said, I want him. And by the way,
he just didn't want all the machinations to make it happen.
I understood the sentiment, because at the time you're moving heaven and earth for a player who's not LeBron James or Kevin Durant. Now, he turned out to be.
Well, maybe they didn't look at the draft and say where we are at 11.
Jaden Ivey was the guy that they wanted, I think. I think that was the target of Knick fans and Knick management. What do you think Boomer said?
Boomer probably hated it. He probably dismissed Jalen Brunson.
All right, here is Boomer Esiason.
Ultimately, this is where the Knicks have to turn. Again, they've been trying to solve the point guard position for years. Yeah. Now, do we think Grimes? Do we think, Emmanuel Quickly? Is he better than them? He's 25 years old. Everywhere he's gone, he's been a winner. That's the one thing I will say about him. He's a winner. And supposedly reports are that, he really wants to come here. His dad is coaching here. Leon Rose's son, represents him. Mm-hmm. He's basically from here. He's got a house down on the Jersey Shore, Al. Maybe you'll run into him or something. Who knows? But the point is that he is now the guy.
Very measured. Yeah. We mentioned he's a winner. He didn't really offer that much of an opinion.
He didn't offer that much. Yeah, I get it.
He wasn't over the top mad. It was just they're looking at him as the guy. Hopefully he is. Tiki, do you remember what you said?
I don't.
That's because
I don't know if at the time. I mean, I knew who Jalen Brunson was.
Sure, he had that big playoff performance filling in for Luka.
Not even that.
Oh.
It's just because he was iconic from Villanova.
Okay.
We all remember him in that team from gay rights teams. And so that, as an NBA player, I don't think I had any idea what kind of NBA player he was. At all.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Tiki Barber on the signing of Jalen Brunson.
So the money is not the issue. The only issue is he is now going to be tasked with being the man. Now, he's going in his 5th year, and he hasn't been the man. Mm-hmm. And the Knicks are putting him on a big stage. Now, his dad is there as an assistant to Tibbs, and we all know that they have that relationship going back to Chicago. So it's not like he's just a token.
And they're Knick days, by the way.
And Knicks, exactly. It's not like he's a token coach that you hire to get his kid. No, he's a good coach. Mm-hmm. Rick Brunson is a really good coach. So his dad is here. That helps him with transition, familiarity. But he's got to be the man. And I don't know how he's going to respond to that.
Why can't R.J. Barrett be the man?
Because R.J. Barrett's he's not a ball handler, and we know that the NBA is about the ball handler. It's about the guy who can create for himself and score 40. We know he can do that. We saw him do it in Dallas. But he's also got to be able to create and put other guys in great positions.
You feel all right with that?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of nailed it.
I got it. Let me make something clear. Nobody nailed it, okay? Nobody was coming on the radio and saying, he's going to lead us to a championship.
But I did say he can score 40.
No,
and he can create.
I wasn't surprised by what I said, because I remember at the time, first of all, full transparency, I was so devastated by the Durant stuff and the Kyrie stuff that I was... I don't want to say I didn't care because I'm a sports talk host, but my care level was probably less.
Right.
And I remember thinking to myself, it's a good fine signing. It's not winning him a championship, but it's fine. Stop with the overpaid. I don't think he's overpaid. Look at the NBA. And I remember being okay with it.
Yeah.
What I didn't remember, and I have no idea if Craig remembers this at all, but it was 5 o'clock on the day Durant demanded a trade. I lost it. And he was poking me all day. This is a great day in Knick history. I should pull those clips. It was brutal. Now, I get why he did it. I respect it. It was a very tough day.
Right.
And at 5:05, as we're about to, the show's over, I think we had a comedy event that night, because I'll never forget having to stand there online at this comedy
Was
event.
that DeStefano again?
I don't remember if he was there, but every person that came up to take a picture said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Evan. Oh, I'm sorry, Evan." Like I had a death in the family.
Wow.
It was a brutal day.
I mean, death of your future seasons, maybe.
Yes, no, it was the death of a franchise.
Yes.
No, it turned out to be true.
Yeah.
So I get the sham story and break it to the Knicks fan. But I was in no place in this moment. So here it is. This is us finding out the news on Carton and Roberts when Shams tweeted out Jalen Brunson intends to sign with the New York Knicks. Hey, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you. What did I do?
According to Shams, Jalen Brunson has canceled his meeting with the Dallas Mavericks and intends on signing a 4-year, $110 million deal with the New York Knicks. Doesn't excite you?
It doesn't.
I think it's a good move. I really do.
I appreciate young, burgeoning talent. I get all that.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what he is without. Well, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
What are you without Luka?
He's
right?
getting the keys to the castle. And look,
it's his team now, really.
This isn't the end game. Like that. Well, it's RJ's team, but he's a part of it.
Well, he's making more money than RJ.
Hell?
And look, I know this isn't the perfect answer you want to hear, but if you go through every starting point guard you've had for the last 15 years.
Please don't.
For 20 years.
I don't want to.
Isn't that enough in itself for you to say, hey, it's worth bringing in this burgeoning talent?
Great. All good. Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, he's dismissing
We're
it.
still at best the 10th seed.
Boy, you did him dirty with that end line.
Wow.
What do you mean I did him dirty?
By the way, what was everybody's obsession with R.J. Barrett?
He was still the guy taking number 3 overall a few years earlier.
Yeah.
And he was growing as a player. Like, obviously, I'd take that, L.
Yeah.
It's not Jalen's team, it's RJ's team. If you want to take anything from me on that.
I don't think Craig knew what to say, because everybody assumes that he played with Luka, and he kind of played because Luka was hurt.
Craig was dismissive, not angry.
Yeah, right.
Loogie and Gio were angry.
Yes.
Craig was dismissive. It sounded like Craig wanted to move on and talk about something else.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested, whatever. They're going to overpay. Everybody gets overpaid in the NBA. He's just going to be the next one.
We're still at best the 10th seed.
That was Craig's
I didn't ask you to play that again.
We're still at best the 10th seed.
Wow.
By the way, I haven't made any other moves yet.
By the way, that one should live forever.
We're still at best the 10th seed.
So who got it the rightest and who got it the
I got
wrongest?
it the rightest.
You got it the rightest.
Even though I didn't really offer an opinion, because I just evaluated. Because everybody else you played was a Knicks fan. Like a fanatic.
Yeah, me and you were the only non.
Just kind of IBOs.
Yeah.
And so I do what I do. I just analyzed it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what's going to have to happen. Look, it's a tough situation. He's never had to be the man. He's got to come to New York and be the man. Yes, his dad's here, but can he do that in New York? And obviously he did, and congratulations to him because he's the man. But I think the angriest was Gio.
Gio was the angriest. Yeah.
The angriest.
But he wanted him. Like, that's my other defense of it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in these clips, I think you can defend easily.
Well, here's why I think Gio
Because Gio was right. He's like, I want the player.
He was right, but here's what I think Gio got wrong. He couldn't see the whole the tapestry. You can see the whole tapestry. He saw this little piece of it.
Right.
It was like, oh my God, you can't do that to do this and do that. And the other thing, what he didn't see is R.J. Barrett going out, OG coming in. Didn't see the trade for Josh Hart.
I mean, those were all moves that happened much later. They didn't even happen that offseason.
I know, but don't you think that Leon Rose, maybe not those players specifically, maybe Josh Hart specifically, but like Cat specifically, probably wasn't in the cards.
Donovan Mitchell was. That was their goal. Like their goal in that moment was to then trade for Donovan Mitchell.
My point is there was a vision, and it was like, all right, we got to do these things to make this all work, even though they didn't know who those players were at the time.
Now let me ask you a question. And luckily, Craig won't be involved in this because he wasn't around at this time. Do you want me to do this for Leon Rose? Is it interesting enough? I mean, it's a lot of work. I got to tell you. I'm like,
I can tell you. No, you don't have to. I can tell you right. I had no idea who Leon Rose was.
Yeah, and well, you guys were national, so the only ones
I'm sure BT talked about it though because he loves the Knicks.
I don't know if we have the archives of that. I'm sorry.
We probably don't.
If we did Leon Rose, it would be probably just me, Boomer, Gio, and Joe at the time because Craig wasn't here. Big Mac and Loogie, I don't think were on air at the time.
Right.
Like so the answer is no. I can get a break from this?
Yeah, you can get a break.
No, we do have Craig on it.
We're still at best the 10th seed.
Is there something going on between you two?
No, I just love that it ended on that. They're champions, and he ends it with we're still at
It just feels like you're going after him more than like Gio or Big Mac.
It's recency bias. It was the last one I heard.
I know what's going on here. And I have to admit, and I want to clear the air, okay? Sean sort of dropped the Larry O'Brien trophy cake that came in the other day.
Tiki ate it.
What I didn't know, and I assume this is the truth, what I didn't know is that cake was sent for Craig. That I guess he has a relationship with the bakery. And it was accidentally sent to the morning guys. And then the morning guys were like, hey, why don't you bring it into this studio? And then Sean was given a task he didn't ask for.
Yeah. No, and you were there.
I was
Boomer
there.
set me up to fail.
Yeah, I agree. So if Craig has an issue with you, and maybe you're mad at him because he has an issue with you, you guys should not be mad at each other. Like, that was as
Be
much
mad
as,
at the bakery.
Well, no, the bakery did a great job. Be mad at
course,
Boomer.
but
Boomer set Sean up.
But they sent it to the wrong show.
That's fine, but look, they made a great cake. I'm not getting on the bakery.
Evan,
what?
How long have you worked here?
20 years?
20 years. If food is sent here in the morning, what happens to it by noon?
It's gone.
It's destroyed.
Gotcha.
There is no chance that cake was making it to the afternoon.
But I
drive.
think Boomer knew it was for the afternoon show.
Fault, bro.
And Evan was out there, and Boomer came out and asked me, you should bring it into the studio. Quote, maybe Craig will want it, was something he said to me.
I'm telling you, this is
And then somehow the moment I walk in, because he knows I'm not going to be able to see, I don't see a bat laying on the floor that I tripped over.
Yeah. Now, I just don't think you guys should have any issues with each other over this. He shouldn't be mad at you because you got set up, and you shouldn't be mad at him. And because I don't hear you playing clips of Gio and Big Mac
Sean's
right now.
only mad at him because he's mad at him.
Well, you guys got to get over it. You shouldn't be mad at each other. We're all good.
All right.
So actually, we're not all good. It's freaking Boomer's fault.
We're family.
Yeah.
We are family.
We're still at best the 10th seed.
My bad. I meant to play We Are Family.
He's a bad guy. Let's take a few more of your calls, and then Joe B's going to join us. Rocco in New Jersey. Hey, Rocco. What's up, Rocco? Rocco is gone. We'll go to Juan in East Islip. Hey, Juan.
What's up, Juan?
Now I'm starting to wonder if it's Sean.
Is it the phone line?
Let me try Jonathan in Teaneck. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
What up?
Good, man. What's up?
Hey, Jonathan.
As a Knicks and Mets fan, this finals to me was very, very similar to the 2015 World Series, except being on the opposite side of it is so much sweeter.
All right.
I mean, Evan, I'm sure you remember the Mets had the lead in the 8th inning in every game and lost the series 4-1, and this series is the exact same thing.
I brought that up yesterday, and I actually, for that argument, I brought up the percentage. So the number that came out is that the Knicks trailed in 72% of the minutes played in this finals, and I tried to compare it to how often the Mets led in the World Series. Mm-hmm. And they led for well over 50%. So I do agree with you, like some best-of-5 series are different. Like you feel like it was a lot closer than 4-1, and you feel like it was in your hands. But the good news is that's not something you should even think or worry about. I think as a Knicks fan, you don't think about that. I think the losers think about that.
Right.
Which is why Met fans think about it. Let's hear from a member of the coalition, an anti-Knick fan, and that is Kendrick in Suffern, New York, who I assume is calling to be classy today. What's up, Kendrick?
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Fantastic.
Evan, I do have to respect what the Knicks just accomplished, and I cannot call and in front of my students, Tiki. You told me to call in front of my students, so here they are.
Oh, nice.
Say hello.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So I am teaching them class in losing.
Yes. Humility matters. Humility matters.
Here we are sitting outside on a beautiful day. They're about to graduate.
Good
so
for them.
I don't want to rain on their parade, and let's hope for no rain on the Knicks parade. And so here I am calling to give the flowers. Evan, we share our teams, and we're about to celebrate 250 years on this beautiful country, and collectively 190 years without a championship with the 4 teams that we root for in the local area. So, I mean, geez, give me a break with that. But I did want to call, and we have studied the man in the arena, Tiki. I know you like that speech.
The credit
Teddy
belongs to
Roosevelt,
the man in the arena. The blood
and that
toils.
And that's Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
Tiki, right? Like when you think
100%.
about all the comments, myself included, the haters, the detractors have said about that guy, he shows up, and I've often told my students this, you don't have to be the best in the world, you just got to be the best in the room. And to me, that's Eli Manning, that's Derek Jeter, and that's what creates greatness. I've also said recently many times, analytics takes away greatness opportunities in sports because it's predictable, it's scripted. But when Jalen Brunson shows up, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what he's going to pull out of the hat. And Game 5 was a legendary performance in this city. And so when you think of Eli Manning with the Super Bowls, when you think of Derek Jeter in the World Series, they were never, and this is not a knock on them, they were never the most talented, most athletically gifted players in their sport at the time. There was always going to be 5 or 10 guys that you would take over them. But when they showed up, everyone got scared because they knew it was never going to be easy. And to me, I think that's what epitomized this run. Right. They were like the boogeyman. Evan, I think of it like Hell in the Cell with Mankind falling back, walking back,
never dead,
thrown off the cage,
never dead.
He'll never say I quit, and that's what the Knicks were about.
I think that's well said.
They are the best team.
I think that's well said,
and it was fantastic. By the way, that Cape Verde goalie, Sean, he had 40,000. He's 40 years old, by the way. He plays in Portugal's second league. He's 40 years old. He got clean sheet against Spain. He had 40,000 followers. You know how many he had after the game?
140.
6.9 million.
No. Million? I didn't even know that was possible.
He's got more followers than stars in the United States.
So what you're saying is he's a bigger worldwide star than Jalen Brunson.
He's a bigger worldwide star. Soccer is worldwide.
Tiki,
it's unbelievable.
To close the door on this, can you just answer an important question?
Yes.
Where the hell's Cape Verde?
It's off the coast of Africa.
Okay.
Right. Did I get that right, by the way? Yeah. I know my geography. Kendrick has inspired me, and I know sometimes when you give an idea out, someone could easily steal it, and that's okay. If someone wants to take this idea, I'll pay you money. I'm going to create a T-shirt. It's called The Last Real Losers, and it will feature the Islanders, the Nets, the Jets, and the Mets. And all of us, and I know there aren't many, but Kendrick is one of them, will wear it proudly because our new badge of honor is we are the last real losers left. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to those who aren't anymore. Like, you're not. Gio, not a loser anymore as a fan. Sal Licata, who I feel very happy for. I admit that. Not a loser anymore. But for us real last losers, we will wear it like a badge of honor. Like pride, damn it. 1983 for the New York Islanders. 1976, if we're allowed to count it, for the ABA Nets. 1986 for the New York Mets. And then the biggest loser of them all, the New York Jets in 1968 or January of 1969. One guy who's not a loser anymore is Joe B. We will talk to him coming up in a few minutes, plus tons more of your phone calls at 888-808-1019. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey, with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Wherever you are on your journey, they're there to help you move forward. They're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO.
I'm always incredibly busy, juggling life and being on the go and hoping my family is good when I'm not with them. That's why I turn to our partners at Sloman's, who recently installed the Sloman Shield Link system into our home. Smart home security solution combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind. And the best thing about it is I can manage it all from my home. I love the fact that as soon as I turn on my alarm, the outdoor lighting comes on, the doors lock, all the windows will tell us if they're closed or open, and everything feels safe and secure. I also have Apple Music that I can pump throughout the house. The technicians at Sloman's will design your system exactly how you need it or want it. Experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman Shield Link system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
For the first time in 53 years, the New York Knicks are NBA champions. To celebrate this historic victory, BigTimeBats.com proudly presents the official Knicks NBA Championship basketball. This full-size, pure-feel, composite leather Wilson NBA basketball features embossed championship script, the official NBA Finals logo, and the Knicks Championship 2026 Championship logo. Sells for $124.95 plus shipping and handling. Own a piece of Knicks history before it's gone. Visit BigTimeBats.com and order your official 2026 NBA Champions Gold Edition basketball today.
New York has its title. The 2026 NBA champion New York Knicks. For complete championship coverage, insight, reaction, and everything orange and blue, stay with the Fan. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. After a season of managing his own minutes, Darren Peterson is once again dictating terms. This time to every team near the top of next week's NBA draft by refusing to meet with or work out for any team other than the first overall Washington Wizards. Peterson's one of the most talented players and one of the better drafts in NBA history. That's not questionable. What's questionable is whether he's ready to stop acting like a prima donna. I'm Chris Madden.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Odyssey Sports is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Sunny, high 77.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, June 20th, as we celebrate Aaron Judge winning the 2025 American League Most Valuable Player Award. It's Aaron Judge MVP Bobblehead Day, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will receive a special bobblehead commemorating Judge's MVP season. The Yankees take on the Cincinnati Reds Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Today's match day preview is presented by Fanatic Sportsbook. Download the Fanatic Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. The last day of opening matches will see Portugal face Democratic Republic of the Congo in Houston to kick off Group K, and England will take on Croatia in Arlington, Texas in a battle of the top 2 betting favorites in Group L. Portugal enters the World Soccer Tournament as one of the most talented teams in the field. They look to get off to a good start as they are massive -350 favorites against Democratic Republic of the Congo. Even though both countries have a rich history, this is only the second meeting between England and Croatia in the World Soccer Championship. Expect a tightly played, low-scoring game with a total of 2.5, and the match having a 25% chance to end in a draw, according to markets. This has been your official Odyssey Sports Match Day preview brought to you by Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Listen in ahead of each match day for the latest betting insights from Fanatic's All Tournament Long.
Summer's a gift. The gift of days that last a little longer. A brighter state of mind. So gift yourself a new Kia at the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. With specially tagged vehicles including the Sorrento, Sportage, Carnival, as well as the Niro Hybrid. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. So the gift of summer can keep on giving for summers to come. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Event ends 7/6/26. See dealer for warranty details.
Hey, this is Sal Licata. You know that when your AC fails, it's the worst. Make sure that doesn't happen by contacting my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts for decades. They're my go-to techs. They've done plenty of work on my house. I trust these guys to do a great job. And by the way, if your AC unit is over 15 years old, you're wasting your money. Get a new high-efficiency AC system right now. You'll save money and stay cooler. Go to EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Hence 8-1 exclusions apply.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
From opening night to championship night, what a ride! The New York Knicks are NBA champions. Continue the celebration with a fan.
Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash, and one guy who is celebrating is in our window seat today, brought to you by Windorama. Save up to 40% on new windows and doors. And I said earlier, there's only a few people I'm happy for. and one of them is the great Joe Baringo, who experienced a championship for the first time in a million years. Has it sunk in 2.5 days after the fact, bro?
You know, I don't know. I mean, it's still kind of, I think about it. I think about the moment, I think about the great call. I got to say, Mike Breen's call at the end, and let's be honest, Mike's a big Knicks fan his whole life, no doubt about it. I'm sure he was thrilled to get the call of his finals. When he said at the end there, okay, Knicks fans, you can cry now. Boy, man, he's so right. I mean, I've been emotional for a couple days, man. I really have, because I never, you know me, Evan.
Yeah.
You and I were together forever. I never thought I'd see this team win another championship. And look, the Jets, the Mets, the Rangers, all of that. No team has given me more painful moments than the Knicks. No team has done more stupid stuff. I know the Jets are close, but no team has done more stupid stuff over the years than the Knicks have had. Starting when we let Dr. J, we said, no, we don't want Dr. J here. Yeah. We want the $4 million. I mean, you could start right from that point. It's a special time. And Saturday night was a special moment.
Joe,
There's no question.
Joe, does Saturday night's championship and the feeling and the emotion, does it replace or at least dampen all of that hurt from all those years?
The ghosts are buried, Take. The dragon is slain. There's no doubt. I mean, I can never think of Charles Smith or Reggie Miller or Michael Jordan or Tyrese Halliburton or, Isaiah Thomas or Phil Jackson as the president of the team, or all the horrible coaches, Scott Layden, Ed Tapscott, all this stuff. Letting Bernard King go, Riley faxing his resignation, all of that goes away because now I can smile. Now I know one thing. I'm 72 years old, and this might be the last one I get to see. But you know what? It's the most special one. I mean, I have to say that because I've waited so damn long, and I never thought I'd see this again. I have to tell you, I never did.
They felt, especially during our time doing that show together, they felt furthest away. Like the Rangers gave us some teases. They got to a Cup final.
Right.
The Mets got to a World Series. Even the Jets back-to-back title games.
Championship games.
They were the team that for all these years felt just further away. It felt like crazier for them to actually win a championship.
Yeah, I mean, they were in the abyss for 20 years, bro. I mean, they were laughing. Let's be honest. The Knicks were the laughing stock not only of the NBA, but of sports for basically, 2 decades that the Jets have kind of taken over that mantle, of course. Why wouldn't they? But, there's no doubt about it. They were a horror show. The fans were going to the Garden to root for the other team, to go root for Kobe, go root for LeBron. And how about him, too? And I got to say this, too, because LeBron, who didn't have the balls, let's be honest about it, LeBron didn't have the guts to come to New York because he knew if he didn't win here, he was going to hear about it. And he went, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Stick it up your rear end, LeBron. Okay?
So you don't want him to sign for the veteran next year?
I want him nowhere near.
I'm kidding.
Ever my basketball team.
Go back to Cleveland. You're satisfied with all these
guys. Go back
guys.
to Cleveland. Amen. Right.
Go ahead.
Was there, because I wrestled with this just as a basketball fan, because I always thought the Knicks had a chance to get to the finals, but I could never go far enough to say they're going to win a championship. And I don't know if it's my own brain as a Jet fan and a Met fan, like I can't picture it. And to me, when Josh Hart missed the bunny and then you guys won anyway in that amazing comeback, that was the moment. I even said it to my wife. I was like, the Knicks are winning the title. For you, when did you start to believe this team's going to win the NBA championship?
Bro, that's a good question. I guess it was then. I mean, I guess it was. It wasn't even when he made the tip in. It was after the 1.2 seconds were gone and the game was over.
Right.
Okay, because even right up to that moment, I'm getting texts from people. My daughter's going crazy. She's texting me, we got this. And I'm saying, well, this comeback is great. But if we don't win this game, I mean, it's just a brutal loss. That's all it is. So I think that was the moment.
Yeah.
I really felt good. And I got to tell you, sitting there Saturday night, even when they were down 16, they couldn't buy a shot. San Antonio was playing outstanding defense. Never for a second did I not think they were winning that game. That's how resigned I was that it's finally going to happen. And Jalen Brunson, man, he delivered like Michael Jordan, man. 45 points, 13 straight points
special.
at one point. He's up there. He's in the pantheon of right now I would put, and he's closing in, but I would put him, only Willis and Clyde are ahead of him now.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, in Knicks history, you're absolutely right about that. But Jalen Brunson is easy. We know we're going to remember him because of how the dominant he's been over the last 3 years. And it's how we were talking about him potentially being the king of New York without having won a championship. So we know what Jalen Brunson and how he's going to be remembered. What about all these other guys? Right? How is Cat going to be remembered by you? Because he was invisible, but when you go look at statistically over the course of the playoffs, he had the highest plus minus in the history of the NBA playoffs, right? So he was great, but not necessarily in the last game. How's he going to be remembered? How's Mitch going to be remembered? How's the role players, Landry Shamet? How are those guys going to be remembered?
Well, look, I mean, I love Karl Anthony Towns. I got to tell you, I think that's the next jersey I'm getting, number 32. Everything changed when Mike Brown started running the offense through him after they lost the third game in Atlanta. And that's when they went on that crazy winning streak. Remember, he had 2 triple-doubles in that series. He started, passing the ball beautifully. I love him. Number 32 is going – I'll tell you right now. Three guys are going to the rafters for sure right now, and that's Brunson, Karl Anthony, and OG Anunoby. You're going to see those numbers in the rafters when all is said and done.
Wow.
And let's say this, too, about the referees. I have never seen a player, okay, in all the years I'm watching this basketball team, not only never get a call and get the crap beat out of them going to the basket constantly, but they're always nailing them with brutal fouls. The officials wouldn't let him play in Game 5. It was a joke. He got his 4th foul seconds into the second half. Go back to the game before that, right? I guess it was a Game 4.
They only got a foul trouble, yeah.
Right. But he had 2 fouls before the game even started.
Yeah, it was like a minute
they had
in,
that call. They overturned that call. They called the foul on the new face of the NBA, Wemby, baby. He's the new face of the league. God forbid anything, he can do no wrong. And they overturned that call. I'm like, are you kidding me? The fact that the Knicks not only win this series and beat the Spurs, but they had to beat the officiating too. And I don't want to hear it, bro. Nobody can tell me that the officials were out to get the Knicks, and they still beat them. They still freaking beat them. Tony Brothers, all these clowns that are referees. I thought the NFL was the worst as far as the officials. Nah, the NBA is the worst. And this Wembayama, he's the new face of the league. And look, the Spurs are going to win a championship down the road. They got all these young players. Dylan Harper is phenomenal, no doubt. The other kid from Connecticut, Castle. These guys, the league, of course, wants them to be good. I mean, every time that they're in the lottery, they win the lottery. I mean, Tim Duncan, let's give him to the Spurs. Wembayama, let's give him to the Spurs. And I love, too, stucking it up the rear end of that guy, Popovich. We don't want to get into why I can't stand him, but I can't stand him. So I am so happy. Not only that we win this thing, but to beat them and to beat the officials and to hear Wemby cry like a baby. We dominated this series. You know what he sounded like, bro? He sounded like Patrick every time we lost to the Bulls, saying we were the better team.
Right.
I mean, give me a break. No, we weren't. We weren't the better team.
Right. That killed me in this series. This entire playoffs. Every team said we were the better team.
Everybody said, how about Kenny? Kenny Atkinson saying, well, analytically, we're
oh,
actually
my
ahead.
God. They're beating the crap. By the way, thank God the Knicks never traded for Donovan Mitchell. Thank you so much that didn't happen. Cleveland has the 2 most overrated superstars in basketball, Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, who they should have a trophy. You know what? They should have the most overrated player trophy and name it after James Harden. They really should.
You know what's crazy as you go through this, and we're talking to the great Joe Beningo, a lot of the things that at the time were probably disappointing turned out to be the best thing ever. Not winning the lottery and getting Zion Williamson or John Morant, but settling for R.J. Barrett. Best thing that ever happened to you. I hate to bring this up to myself, but you guys not getting Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh, my God.
And the Donovan Mitchell, and I like Donovan Mitchell, but it's a fair point. Like, the best thing that ever happened to them is not being able to trade for him.
No question about it. Leon Rose, I mean, this guy would, look, nobody knew Jalen Brunson was going to turn out to be Superman. I mean, nobody knew he was going to turn out to be the player he's turned out to be.
Right.
Not even Jay Wright. I had Jay Wright on the show Sunday, and again, I want to thank Ryan Hurley and Oliveira for giving me that show. I mean, thank you so much that, you gave me that show after the Knicks won the championship, and I had Jay Wright on, and he didn't even think Jalen Brunson was going to turn out. He thought he'd be a real good, second guard on a team. That's what he thought he would be. No, even he didn't think he was going to turn out to be this all-time great player. But Leon Rose, the trades he made, getting Carl Anthony. I didn't want to trade Randall and DiVincenzo, but what a trade that turned out to be. Obviously, the trade for OG Anunoby. I mean, it's the modern-day Dave DeBusschere trade. I mean, no question. Josh Hart, who I love, he's the heart and soul of the team. I forgive you, Josh, for missing the layup, for the foul after that in that game, and even missing the free throw at the end of the championship game there in Game 5. I love Josh Hart. Absolutely love him. And look, everybody killed Mikal Bridges. Everybody killed him. 5 number ones to the Nets, do. And this guy, look, he wasn't great in games 3 and 4 of the finals, but overall he was tremendous. I mean, after the Hawks series, after he almost got benched and didn't score, this guy was huge. And he was great in Game 5, man. He scored 14 points, made some big shots, played terrific defense. And I want to give credit to the bench. Because every guy that came off that bench, whether it was Landry Shamet, whether it was Deuce McBride, obviously Mitch coming off the bench, whether it was Clarkson, whether it was Alvarado, what a game he had in the comeback in Game 4, every one of those guys came up big at some point in the playoffs. I mean, it's a magical time, bro. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Everything worked. Everything fit.
Everything.
Including, and maybe especially, the head coach.
Yeah,
Mike Brown.
I was going to get to him. Yep.
I mean, he's corny as hell singing. Did you hear him singing?
Who Let the Dogs Out? A song I don't want to hear as a Met fan. Yes, I've heard it.
Hey, Tiki, I was singing New York, New York after we won. So, you know what I mean? So if Mike Brown wants to sing Who Let the Dogs Out, let him sing it, you know?
But, I mean, he deserves a lot of this credit because I don't think we knew who he was as a coach or how he coached. I think we've seen him around for a long time.
Right.
But, like, his personality and, he's calm, but he's also adaptive and he listens to his players. And I think even though Tom Thibodeau did a great job in developing this team and the players on this team, because everybody who came here got better, it was you needed the change. You needed Mike Brown to take them over the next hump. And I don't think anybody expected that either. I mean, this is a team full of unexpected surprises.
Well, Mike Brown was like an afterthought. I mean, let's be honest. Evan and I were talking about it the other day. The first guy they really wanted was Jason Kidd. They couldn't get him out of his contract. There was about 3 or 4 other guys, and Mike Brown kind of like was, okay, we'll settle on him and we'll take him. And it just, I mean, the fact that he played the bench the way he did, the fact that he made the change with Carl Anthony running the offense through him after the third game against Atlanta. I mean, and his life has changed forever.
Right.
I mean, Mike Brown has become an all-time icon in New York sports. I mean, there's only 2 people that have ever been a head coach of the Knicks and won championships, and that's him and Red Holzman. So, you know, he's gone into a different level in his life now. But let's give Thibodeau, and I did this on Sunday as well, let's give Thibodeau some credit because this team isn't where they are without Tom Thibodeau. He, along with Leon Rose, took them from the abyss. He really did, and set them up to be the championship team they are today. And, you know, they should give Tom Thibodeau a ring. I really think they should.
I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, James Dolan was talking about giving the wives and girlfriends rings, which is very cool. I think you should throw one to Tibbs. And the other guy I would give credit to, and I don't think you could give this guy a ring, is Julius Randle. Because Julius Randle walked through those doors when Kevin Durant didn't want to and was your best player for a couple of years. And I know it wasn't always great, and he had the thumbs down, and he had his playoff disappearances, but I think he's a big part of the turnaround of the New York Knicks.
Yeah, there's no question. And again, I mean, you know, he was one of the chips to get Carl Anthony. Right. I mean, you can't say enough. I'm beside him. I love it. And there's so much. This team is so reminiscent of the teams that won in the 70s because you got 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on this team that if it was one shot to win the game, that I would feel comfortable that guy was going to hit the shot. I mean, you got 7 or 8 guys that I would feel good about that. And that was the same way back in 70 and 73.
Right.
There was 6, 7, 8 guys that with the game on the line, man, I'd feel good if they were taking that final shot. And that's very similar with this team. And the ball movement that they had. I mean, it's unbelievable. Bro, it's unbelievable. It really is.
What I am so curious about, and I hope someday I can answer this myself, but I'll ask you, because you just saw a Knicks title and it's euphoric, does it make you more confident in the Jets and Mets? Does it change the way you watch a season? Does it almost relax the pain because you just experienced the championship? Or is it just so different that it doesn't impact the way you view that?
No, I think it does. I mean, I think it does. It kind of, because I told you now, I know, as a 72-year-old guy who was 19 when they won the last one, which is mind-boggling to think about, as a 72-year-old guy who never, ever thought I'd see another one, now I got this. Now I'm kind of at peace. I mean, it would be nice to see the Jets win. It'd be nice to see the Mets win again, no question about it. But I'm at peace that my basketball team, the team that gave me more pain than any team. And, the Charles Smith, and that night when the Charles Smith thing happened, and I'll never forget, my wife, I wasn't married to her at the time, and she called me after the game to see if I was okay. And I'll never forget people that was a Wednesday night. Game 6 was Friday in Chicago. And people said, they're going to win Game 6. And I said, no, they're not. They're done. They're done. And I actually watched that game at home. And I still, could drink alcohol because I can't drive. I haven't had drinking since your wedding,
right.
Basically. Seriously. I have not because I got a bad stomach. I get the gout and all of that. It's terrible. But I I had like 3 martinis that night at home because I knew I'm watching that game. I'm just getting blitzed because there's no way they're winning that game. And I was heartbroken after that. And, of course, there was a lot more heartbreak to come. But, boy, like I said, I don't want to say it was all worth it because it was really painful. But, boy, the ghosts are buried, bro. Like I told you, the ghosts are buried.
Well, Joe, last question before we let you go. Do you want to go to the parade?
Here's the deal with the parade. I would absolutely love to go to the parade. But if I'm going to go to the parade, I'm not just going to go there like, everybody else and hopefully I can get somewhere near it. But there's a couple other things that factor here with the parade. My beautiful granddaughter, Simone, who is just gorgeous and as great a young lady as you could be. She's on her way to college, Felician College in the fall. She got a full ride there.
Congrats.
She's
That's
spectacular.
amazing, dude.
She's a spectacular young lady. Gorgeous. The whole
congratulations.
deal. Yeah, thank you. She's graduating high school Thursday. So that's, I
that's
might be
more important.
close.
Forget the parade, dude.
But also,
That's
let
more
me
important.
also throw this, one more thing, too. I get a text the other day from Stephen A. Smith's, I guess she's her producer, whatever. So I'm going on with Stephen A. at 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon.
Nice. I gotta be locked in on that. That's
so
awesome.
Let me say this too about him. When I was doing the overnight years and I was at the Garden all the time, I'd go right. My wife never saw me. I'd go right from getting up in the afternoon to go to the Garden, going to the Knicks games, Ranger games. I used to go to the stadium, the Mets, everything, and then go right to do the show at 1 o'clock in the morning from there. When Stephen A. nobody really knew who he was either. He came on my show more than once in the overnight, so I'll never forget that. And I think he's really a big Knicks fan.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bluster with Stephen. There's a couple things I'm going to bust his chops about too. But
Sure.
but he inviting me on, and I really appreciate it. And it's something I just can't turn down.
No, I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you. Well, we still don't know our plans, but we'll see if we can hook up. Joe, congratulations. Very happy for you, man.
And let me just leave you with this, bro. I love you. Your basketball team got screwed again by the league, getting the 6th pick in the draft. What a disgrace that is.
Yeah.
And I want to say this. Can I say this about your Nets?
Yeah.
They made a mistake going to Brooklyn. And I really believe that. They had a better identity in New Jersey than they did in Brooklyn because now you put yourself in the city that really only cares about the Knicks. We talk about all these teams. We talk about all these other teams. Pittsburgh, everybody roots for the Steelers. Baltimore, everybody's rooting for the Ravens. You know how it is. Kansas City, everybody's a Chief fan. In New York, it's split. Well, this is the one team that the entire city loves, and that's the Knickerbockers. And I feel for you. The Nets should have stayed in New Jersey. They were better off there. But I hope someday, and even if it is the Nets or the Islanders, whatever, I hope it's one of the teams that you and I root for
I
together.
appreciate that.
I want to see you get one, bro,
I
because
appreciate
you are a great fan. You know your stuff. You're a young dude that respects the history of the sports, and most young dudes don't. There's recency bias. I'm tired of hearing these people say Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knick of all time. Well, you know what? He's not, okay? He's close. He may turn out to be.
He may need one more to pass Clyde. Right. We were talking about that briefly before.
Right. He's king of New York right now.
Right, but he's not quite there yet. He's not Willis, and he's not Clyde. Not yet, okay? He's getting there, but he's not yet. He's certainly the number 3 guy on Mount Rushmore. But, I always appreciated in all the years I worked with you, even though I'm 30 years older than you, that you really know the history. And I really hope that you get one before all is said and done.
I appreciate it.
And I'll leave this on a negative note because I'm the king of negativity. David Stearns and Steve Cohen allowing Pete Alonso to leave.
Oh, God, yes.
Is basically Tom Seaver 2.0. Let's be honest with it. Met fans, enjoy the summer, enjoy the weather, enjoy the pool. With me, I'll enjoy playing golf. The Mets season is over. Thank you so much, David Stearns and Steve Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah, we knew we couldn't get Joe off.
I had to say it.
Saying
no,
that.
I had to.
Especially without that beat, especially with that beat down yesterday.
Oh, God,
Joe.
yesterday.
What a disgrace. And now the kid Scott is on the IL?
Yeah.
What a disgrace.
Well, don't worry. Kodai's pitching tonight, Joe. We got Kodai back.
Kodai. Oh, my. What a... And by the way, one more thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You know this, too. Okay? $50 million Juan Soto yesterday, bases loaded.
Yep.
Maybe they got a chance to come back into the game.
Yep.
What does he do? He pops out to the first baseman. He hits a grand slam when they're winning by 5 runs. Enough said.
He needs to be clutch, and he hasn't.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
No doubt about it.
Thank you, Joe. Great talking to you, man.
God bless, guys. Enjoy.
The great Joe Beningo, as he finally got to slay a dragon. And I'll tell you, during the pandemic, obviously there's no sports going on. I created a bracket of pain.
Yeah.
All of Joe's most painful moments as a sports fan.
Yeah. I remember we talked about this.
The Knicks dominated the list.
Yeah,
and I think
the Charles Smith moment.
Charles Smith, there was so many. And you could see it in his eyes whenever we would bring it up. It was a good segment, but I felt bad.
Yeah, painful.
Because I could see how painful it was. Right. But the Knicks were all over that bracket. And I'm glad I did it, because if I did it again now, the Knicks would probably be off the bracket.
No, he erased them. All the ghosts are buried. They're gone. They're done. It's crazy to think about you working with him. He's 31 years older than 29 years older than you.
Yes.
That's a massive age gap. But you guys and you shared fandom, so it made it
half
great.
the fandoms. We got the baseball and the football, not the other ones.
But you shared some fandoms, which is just, I don't know, it just makes it work.
I will say the thing about the Nets and their identity, I half agree with them, half don't agree with them. So where I would disagree is they're just more valuable playing in New York. It's business.
It's why you do it.
It's financially better. They're a more valuable franchise. They sell out every game also, even if they're a cheaper alternative. So that part, they will never regret the move.
No.
Where he's right is the identity word. They had a chance with the Knicks down to create an identity, to create a mark. And they missed. They tried 2 super teams. It didn't work. The Knicks were bad most of the time. And now that the Knicks are good and the Nets were in Brooklyn for over a decade, it's tougher to kind of put your imprint on the town,
They're
on
gonna
that
have to
borough.
win. They're going to have to win.
They're going to have to win. And even then, they'll never be the Knicks. I don't think anyone ever suggested that. But their life is more difficult today than it would have been 13 years ago. Right. They missed out on an opportunity.
They either need to be a champion or a consistent second-round playoff team. And I'm talking about for like a decade.
Right. But where he and
that's
others,
hard to do in today's NBA.
Where he and others are wrong is that they draw better in Brooklyn. Sometimes things are simple. They're
just
just
in the Meadowlands. Who's going to the Meadowlands?
I get it, but that's my point.
I mean, it's
New Jersey
going to the Meadowlands for football games.
Yeah, but even when they were in Newark, it was a disaster.
I understand that, but
they're better off here.
Have you been to Newark?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Are you driving there voluntarily on a Tuesday?
No, I hated going. I went to my fewest Nets games.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
and are you driving in the Meadowlands when it's a foot of snow?
Yes, I did it for Jason Kidd's return.
So it just, I mean, you
picked the wrong example, Tiki.
Yeah, but you're the outlier.
Nah, I know, but I would say that they are the furthest from winning. I remember, what was it last year? We were arguing who's the furthest team from winning a championship.
Yeah, Jets or Nets.
Yeah, it's close. I think it's the Nets, but we did argue that the Knicks or the Yankees were the closest. And now even Sean Morash has to say, well, the Knicks are closest to repeating than any other team.
And I will leave you this tomorrow, in about 24 hours. It'll be the 5 closest teams to the next New York championship.
Really? So it's not including the Knicks or including the Knicks?
It's got to include the Knicks.
Got to include the Knicks.
Okay. No, I'm clarifying.
By the way, they're going to be top of the list.
Well, we'll see what the list looks
We got
like.
to see Sean's list. That's tomorrow's Cinco de Luncho. When we come back, we'll get today's Cinco de Luncho. And we promise we'll get back to your calls. A lot of people on hold wanting to debate where Jalen Brunson is legacy-wise. And, one last thing is he talked about the history. That's why I purposely left out guys from the 80s, 70s, and 60s, because he wouldn't go that high, and I wouldn't touch it. It's more recent history when talking about where Jalen Brunson is.
Those guys are iconic and multi-champions.
Tough to touch. Okay, contractors, when deadlines are tight, you need a supplier that moves like you do. Windorama keeps the Northeast's largest in-stock selection of Anderson windows, patio doors, and storm doors ready for same-day pickup or next-day delivery. Need custom assemblies? They build them in-house to keep your jobs on track. And with Rama Rewards for Pros, earn up to 2% back, plus perks like free delivery. Windorama for Pros, your job, your deadline, your team. Visit windorama.com/4pros to learn more.
What up, New York? The Knicks are NBA champs, and this July, some of your favorite Knicks stars are heading to Fanatics Fest NYC. See Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, and more live at the world's #1 sports fan festival, returning to the Javits Center July 16th through the 19th. With 500-plus athletes, celebrities, and sports legends all under one roof, Fanatics Fest brings fans closer than ever with autographs, photo ops, live panels and podcasts, exclusive merch drops, rare collectibles, and unforgettable fan experiences. Tickets will sell out quickly, so grab yours now at fanaticsfest.com. And let's go Knicks. Congrats again.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades plus vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside. It's also sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Visit nj.org.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka or Surfside Lemonade and Vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including a final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
Hey, if you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your business mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't actually need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you can choose exactly what you want and only pay for what you need for your business. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Visit VerizonBusiness.com. Do it today to learn more and make the switch. Verizon Business.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. I don't need to tell you. New Yorkers are paying more for everything. Rent, utilities, groceries, every single month. The office that's supposed to protect us is on the sidelines. I'm Raj Goyal. As an ACLU lawyer, I fought for the people against powerful interest every single day. Now I'm going to be your affordability watchdog. I'll take the pension fund out of the greedy hands of Wall Street and put it back into affordable housing, holding utility companies accountable and auditing waste and fraud.
Raj Goyal, affordability watchdog for Comptroller.
Paid for by Raj Goyal for New York State Comptroller.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hi, it's Chris Riccobono, founder of Untuckit. 15 years, 15 million shirts sold, and we're still the best in the game, which means Untuckit also has the best gifts for Father's Day, now on sale. He'll love to unwrap wrinkle-free cotton to save him time in the morning, performance stretch styles he never has to iron, polos for golf, and more, all perfect for the summer. Shop our Father's Day sale going on now at untuckit.com or at one of our 80-plus stores nationwide. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked.
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at Thrivewell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with the new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Germany is in rebuild mode, but never count them out. A tenacious central midfielder drives the engine room while young forwards bring speed and creativity. Their tactical discipline and tournament pedigree remain formidable.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works.
Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Make this your summer of unforgettable drives in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Whether you're heading down the shore or planning a family getaway, their expert team can help you find the perfect sedan, coupe, SUV, or convertible. And because luxury should extend beyond the vehicle, Mercedes-Benz of Edison is committed to making your shopping experience stress-free. That's one reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison, your destination for luxury driving all summer long.
Corona congratulates New York's basketball champions on winning the 2026 title. Just like the team was on the hardwood, Corona is always smooth, always refreshing, and goes perfectly on parade day or any game day. Enjoy Corona all summer. La Playa awaits. Please drink responsibly.
If you're in the market for Michelin tires, get to Town Fair Tire and get them at the guaranteed lowest price. With Michelin's innovative technologies designed for durability and performance, you can trust you're getting high-quality tires over all the toughest of road conditions. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. So, if you're looking for the best deal on Michelin tires, get to Town Fair. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This is Sal Licata. You definitely don't want your AC system to fail this summer. So call my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts. Have them check your cooling system now. I know Edison Heating and Cooling. They are the real deal. Go to EdisonHVAC.com.
If you're still using a sportsbook to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
The New York Knicks have reached the mountaintop for championship reaction, analysis, and celebration from every corner of the tri-state. Stay with the Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback who's battled with the NCAA over his gambling while playing, albeit not betting against his own team, saga is coming to an end. Sorsby will enter the NFL supplemental draft. Had Sorsby gone back to Texas Tech, he would have been in the pool of several quarterback prospects with potential round one prospects. And currently, the Jets are the betting favorite to take a stab at Sorsby.
Yeah, well, let's address this coming up on the 1 o'clock hour because it's an interesting non-Knicks related discussion, but related to Brendan Sorsby and the Jets and the allegations against him and should they use a pick in the supplemental draft. So we'll get to that a little bit later on. But before we get to your calls, Sean, your time to feed us.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. I had to make a list, both personal and public. As a non-Knick fan, here are the 5 Knicks fans publicly I'm happiest for this week.
That's a positive list right there.
I love this. It is. Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
Kylie Jenner. Now, let's be honest. She wanted no part of attending any more games. We could see it in her face, and now she gets back to her regular life in Calabasas. I'm happy for you, Kylie Jenner.
I felt violated.
Okay, here we go.
Number 4.
Tommy Lugauer. One of my good friends. I am sincerely happy for him, but also I'm even happier for the audience because he cannot pretend this Mets shtick is on the same level as an NBA champion now. I mean, how could you have the same level of positivity?
Yeah, no, he's still going to try it. I heard him last night, and Tommy's just doubling and tripling down on this is a dynasty. Jalen's the greatest of all time. So he's almost like, all right, I got to take this up a notch.
Good.
Number 3.
Number 3, Tracy Morgan. That man was caught on camera in a car, legitimately crying tears after that comeback.
Yeah. Yeah, Tracy's close to the top, man, when you think about what happened to him years ago. And you're right, that reaction we all saw from him
No argument.
Yeah. All right.
Number 2.
It's Joe Beningo. You just heard him. Oh, the pain. How many years of hearing that? He's already on to complaining about David Stearns, but I love it. Joe B. God
I like
bless.
Joe Beningo.
For anybody that grew up listening to the station, knowing Joe got a championship is actually kind of surreal.
It is. That's why he and the station did a great job having him on Sunday. It was awesome radio. I mean, he was emotional. He was breaking down. It was tremendous stuff. Because for all those years working with him, I always wondered what would it be like.
Right.
And what would it be?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: it was never the Knicks as an option. Like to me, the team I thought we were going to see win is actually the Rangers. I thought it was going to be not even a team we share, but the Rangers came close. They're in the playoffs every year. Like that was the team I visioned him getting that for again.
I'm going to be interested if and when it happens with you.
It's not happening with me, bro. Stop.
I'm just saying.
Stop it.
And I hope I'm still working with you.
No.
Because I'm going to be interested to see if you turn into an analyst or Joe B.
I think
sobby, happy.
Oh no, sobbing.
Fan.
I don't think I'll get through a show.
I know.
I honestly don't. I don't think I'll be able to.
But you're so professional at what you do, even though people don't see that side of it. I'm interested. I'm interested to see that. I really am.
Well, I think there's
because you know how it is with me. I'm just kind of like, all right, wrote, let's go.
The world is also such a different place. So when the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, that is, won the World Series, I couldn't wait to hear what Dog had to say. And you had to wait the day and a half or whatever it was. Now with YouTube and instant reactions and all the specials we do.
Yeah, we were on air at 9 o'clock the next day.
I think if the Jets, Nets, or Mets specifically win a championship, I'll probably be live on YouTube within an hour of it, and I'll be crying the whole time. Now, what happens once I get on the air the next day or the day? I don't know.
Well, it's almost like you'll get it out.
That's true.
Like if we were big Knicks fans, let's just say we were. We're not, but just say we were. We would have gotten it all out on Sunday.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think it would have still been very. I think talking about it makes it emotional.
Okay, so what did Gio do on Monday?
Well, that's Gio. I mean, I think now he did seem pretty emotional in the videos I saw of him. So maybe for him, he did get it out. I'm only speaking for myself, but I also want to end this discussion because my teams aren't close. So let's move on to number one.
Number 1.
And the number one Knicks fan I'm the happiest for this week. I mean, Taylor Swift. You get to celebrate a championship and a wedding in the same building that team plays.
You gotta be kidding.
It was a grueling 3 weeks since she had the Cavs stuff on in that Eastern Conference final. So that Knick fandom run, I'm happy for.
Yeah, her 2-week Knick fandom.
How many people get to get married in the same building your team won a championship?
Yeah.
So it turned into a troll list. You put some good ones in there.
She deserved to be trolled.
You know who's got to be up there? Friend of the show. CP the franchise.
Of course.
Because I'll tell you two things about
this
CP.
This was a troll list.
That was a half troll because he put Joe on it.
Joe, yeah.
Tracy Morgan, too.
But it should have been. But if he really was doing this list, Joe would be number one because he doesn't know Tracy Morgan.
That's true. Joe would have been higher than
You're
number
not
two.
happy for Tracy Morgan. You don't know Tracy
You know what?
Morgan.
You kind of disrespected Joe.
I felt violated.
I actually am happy for Tracy Morgan. The tears made me happy. It really did.
Well, that's what I saw from CP. Now, two things about CP, who's always been good. We have him on. He's a great guest. He built something from scratch.
Right.
He built Knick Fan TV, and it's been around for a while, and it started with him, and it's grown into this monster. And I think, you factor in that he built that, and then he's just a diehard fan. Like, I saw the video. His live reaction actually almost made me cry.
Right.
And I can't stand the Knicks because he was so emotional.
Yeah, because he's a friend, and especially a friend of our show, and so you feel good. You feel great for him because he represents what so many Knick fans actually feel.
And I'll tell you something funny about CP. He was one of the guys I texted, congratulations, 2 days before he responded. But I respect that. You want to know why?
Why?
He probably got 1 million text messages.
That's true.
A buddy of mine knows Mike Brown or has his phone number and texted congratulations to Mike Brown. And we're like, you did it too soon.
Yeah, he's
you
not
can't do it now. On July 30th, out of nowhere, congrats on the NBA title.
Yeah, he just probably doesn't have. He likely doesn't even have your name, whoever that was, in his number.
And that's someone, and you're not responding to a nameless number when you've gotten 5,000 messages.
So on your birthday, you get at least 100 messages, right?
Excuse me?
Do you get 100 messages?
No.
How many do you get?
5?
5. Social media. Do you get how many messages?
I'm not checking social media on my birthday.
I got over 100 texts last month.
Yeah.
For your birthday?
Text and social media,
Yep,
correct?
no doubt.
Same. How many do you respond to?
I waited till like the next day. Maybe half of them.
Half. So I'm the kind of guy that responds to everyone.
That's a good job out of you.
As soon as I see it.
That's
soon
tough
as I have
to
time.
do, though.
It is tough.
The
because I
birthday's
get
one
a
thing.
ton of text messages.
When your team wins a championship, the last thing I'm doing is responding to every text message. Whether I'm the coach or a fan like CP, like I'm not responding right away.
But you'll have a moment of peace on the toilet and you go back through.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's just, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Like, whatever. It's not like these massive.
I got you.
Because someone will send you a 15-line birthday message and you don't want to just say, thanks.
No, I get you. I get
Even
you.
worse, who's this?
New phone. Who this? All right, let's get your calls. We appreciate you waiting. Anthony in Eastchester. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, boys. How you doing?
What's up? Good.
So just want to say one quick thing to Sean. I agree with a lot of his argument with the whole Eli Manning stuff and who's the best and how do you catch up. But I don't know how we don't say it was one football game. He won the Super Bowl. It's one game. Anything could happen. In a series, it's a lot harder for the underdog to win. And this guy, he's right away saying you got to beat an 18-0 team or an all-time team. No, you don't. You have to. You got to have a great run. He built this for 4 years. He went through the mill, and he finally got it done. Just because you beat an 18-0 team doesn't mean you automatically go ahead.
What's your response, Sean?
What say you to that?
It's the greatest team in the most popular sport in this country. I'm sorry, the one-game argument is nil to me. I get what he's saying. It's more of a grind through the NBA, but no. We're talking about maybe the greatest team with the greatest coach-quarterback combo that has lived in professional sport, and he beat them at their highest level.
Who's better at their job, Eli Manning or Jalen Brunson? Who was better at their job?
Who was better at their job?
Who's better
I actually think they're comparable.
No, they're not.
I think Brunson...
Jalen was better.
Where Brunson ranks NBA players, where Eli ranked quarterbacks in that era?
I think right now Brunson is top 5 in the NBA. Do you think Eli was ever a top 5 player in the NFL?
2011 he was.
Okay, so you're picking 1 year. Okay. So you're proving I'm right. Thank you.
Jalen Brunson is so underrated despite what we're even talking about him.
And also, you know what? Now you piss me off. You're not allowed to use that argument. You're not allowed to use that argument. Because now you're using that argument, it's convenient for you, but when I use that argument to compare Judge and Brunson pre-Brunson title, I wasn't allowed to use that argument.
Here's the difference.
That's a very good point. He wasn't a champion at that point.
The difference, yeah, but it was just a different set of arguments. Like, it just wasn't the same. Like, you can't use the same argument or the same point for every argument.
Eli's got two.
I sent you guys something yesterday, and we didn't fact check it, but I'm going to just assume it's right. That Jalen Brunson, in the postseason, has the most fourth quarter points of any player in those postseasons.
Yes.
For the last 4 years.
Actually, including the year before he got here.
Yes.
So in every year since the year before he got here, the guy with the most fourth quarter playoff points is Jalen Brunson. It's actually ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense because we just ignored it.
Right.
Even though we saw it happening, even when he was here. We just kind of ignore it.
Right.
We don't think about why a year ago. Was it a year ago we talked about the clutch player of the year?
Yeah, it was last year.
And it was Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, how is that? It's like, okay, look what he does in the fourth
he is
quarter.
one of the most incredibly clutch players we've ever seen.
No doubt about it.
And the facts back it up. Like, there are numbers, like you said, that just back it up. Let's go to Damon in Glendora. What's up, Damon?
Damon
isn't there. We'll go to Ian in South Carolina. What's up, Ian?
Hey, Ian.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All's well.
Good.
So I have a predicament. So I'm in the Army, stationed in South Carolina, and big Knicks fan my whole life, 31 years old. My wife's birthday is on Thursday.
Oh.
If I go to the parade,
Easy.
I'm going to pickle. Should I go or should I stay?
Sounds like a great excuse to come to New York on a vacation for your wife's birthday. I'm not
she
even
gave me
joking.
a blessing. She said I should go.
No, you should bring her.
Well, you should bring her and turn it into like a New York trip, like Tiki said, like make it a birthday trip.
Yeah.
But honestly, if she has a problem with you missing a once and or has a problem with missing her birthday,
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
He said she gave me the blessing.
Yeah, but come on, bro, you can see right through that.
No,
sometimes blessings aren't real.
Bring her with you.
I think that's the answer.
If you got kids, hey, grandma.
But if you want to do a test, this is a perfect test for her. Say, okay, I appreciate the blessing. I'm going to the parade. And if she gives you any issues, she ain't the one.
She's already the one.
She's a girlfriend. They're not married.
I thought he said a wife.
I thought he said wife.
Oh, did he say wife? Yeah. Oh, crap. Sorry about that.
Damn, Evan.
Yeah, that's a late test. I don't like that test late. I thought it was a girlfriend. We'll get back to your
Evan
call.
said I need to divorce you. Sorry.
Sorry. We'll get back to your calls in a few minutes. And also, this Brendan Sorsby situation. Is this somebody the Jets should invest a draft pick in? And we'll learn more about what the Brendan Sorsby situation even is. There's no better time than now to upgrade your home with Windorama's summer savings event. Save up to 40% off when you install with Windorama. Choose from top brands like Anderson Windows and Doors and Master Shield Gutter Guards. Book your free and-home consultation. Shop from home and let their local certified experts handle it all. A stress-free process from measurement to installation. And when you shop in stock inventory, they'll install in 14 days. Visit Windorama.com and book now.
Sloman ShieldLink security system is unbelievable. It's a state-of-the-art home security system combining safety, convenience, and peace of mind, and you can manage it right from your phone. I love the cameras, the garage door control, all of the lighting outside of my house, especially when it gets dark outside, turns on as soon as I turn on my alarm. I even can control the Apple Music throughout my house right from my phone. I don't have to get up from my couch. You can experience the future of home security and automation with the Sloman ShieldLink system. Call 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME or visit slomans.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
It's that time of year again where we throw the rules out for a couple of groups of people, and I'm totally cool with it. You want to dive in a public fountain and splash around like a toddler in the bathtub? You want to throw a trophy into a swimming pool and watch it sink like the Titanic? You want to show up on national TV higher than Snoop on April 20th? All good when you've won a title. The Knicks and the Carolina Hurricanes are going to enjoy, maybe over-enjoy the next few days, and that's good by me. To the victors go the spoils. I'm Chris Madden.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
Look who has extra pep in their step.
Well, I just finished my to-do list. Gas tank is full, tonight's dinner plans are set, grocery shopping is complete, and I even got everything for those barbecues and pool parties we have planned. You know what's even better?
What?
Every one of those stops gets me a bit of money back.
How are you doing that?
By using Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app where I earn cash back on gas, groceries, and dining out. They even gave me a cashback bonus on my first grocery trip.
So that extra pep comes from all that cash back. Looks like I need to download Upside.
You really do.
Earn cash back on errands and everyday essentials. Download Upside and use promo code SNAP5 to earn an extra $5 cash back on your first purchase at one of over 100,000 available locations. That's promo code SNAP5 for an extra $5 cash back. Remember, use promo code SNAP5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Bank of America is the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Helping people achieve their goals is what we do. So if your goal is owning a home, we're here to help with guidance and resources, including up to $17,500 in select markets when combining down payment and closing cost grants. Visit BofA.com/home team. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Hey, New York. Congratulations from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Players can shoot their shot with more sports action like odds boosts, same-game parlay boosts, and more. BetMGM offers a star-studded lineup of markets, including live bets, props, and original bets. And if you're looking to call the shots with the same precision as the champs, early cash out will be offered on select bets to give you the flexibility to take your payout early. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
It's the road ahead, brought to you by the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Visit your local Kia dealer today. The team from the Bronx begins a homestand against Chicago and Cincinnati before heading out on a 7-game trip against Detroit and Boston.
Continue the Jersey Shore's greatest Father's Day tradition and bring Dad to Monmouth Park Racetrack on Sunday, June 21st. All men get free admission. Enter Dad to win Lynyrd Skynyrd concert tickets. Also mark your calendar for 2 of summer's biggest events. Naira Betts Haskell Day, the summer's biggest party, on July 18th. Then join me, Al Dukes, at Monmouth Park on Saturday, August 15th for day 1 of the Surf and Turf Seafood Festival. Go to monmouthpark.com.
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at Thrivewell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Hey, New York! I'm sorry it took so long, but here we are, and hopefully it won't take that long again.
New York has its title. The 2026 NBA champion New York Knicks. For complete championship coverage, insight, reaction, and everything orange and blue, stay with the Fan. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Is it all right if I rip our coworkers?
Yes.
And I feel bad because I love our digital guys. Like, I think they're the best. Andrew Kaplan, like, I couldn't do my job without him. I think he's amazing. But I think what he put out on social media is disgusting, and we are taking the heat for it.
Oh, what happened?
He puts out under the Evan and Tiki Twitter page a graphic of Jalen Brunson and Jacob deGrom. And it says, deGrom versus Brunson for New York legacy. Who you got? We never debated Brunson deGrom. Briefly, Sean said, Brunson's past deGrom. And I'm like, of course.
Right.
And then we moved on. And this guy, I love you, Cap, to turn that into an image where some people not listening to the show are like, are these bozos debating?
Right. Are they seriously debating that?
I got a text from a buddy of mine. He's like, what is this? And I said, I never brought this up.
Right.
Now, you want to kill me for the Jeter argument with Brunson? Fair game. Or the Eli argument, and if you missed that, you could rewind to 10 a.m. and hear the top of the show. Totally fine. You can disagree. Great. I never once said Boy, it's a good debate, DeGrom versus Brunson. And he puts this out as a digital image.
Oh, that's rough.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
I'm glad I'm not on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm done with Twitter now. I'm quitting. I'm just kidding.
Quick 3 Yankee pieces of news that just broke.
Real Yankee news?
Real Yankee news.
Like glass shattering, Blake?
I wouldn't say glass shattering, but people are going to want to know these news items.
All right.
Aaron
feel
Boone,
like kind of kicking myself.
Aaron Boone is told Talking Yanks Trent Grisham is going to be out, quote, a few weeks with this hamstring injury. So it's going to be a while.
Yeah, if it's a real pull, that's what happens.
Dominguez should get runway. However, Jason Dominguez had a tooth pulled today, and no decision has been made on whether he'll be able to play.
He had a tooth pull?
It's right in front of us.
And Max Fried is due to throw a side session today. It is his next step in his rehab.
It's a long-ass season.
I mean, that's relatively good news. The Dominguez thing is minor. Hopefully he can play relatively soon. I don't know why he got a tooth pulled. That sucks. Who wants a tooth pulled?
Too much candy.
The Grisham thing is not a surprise, but the Grisham thing is allowing opportunities, as is the Judge thing with Spencer Jones and Jason Dominguez. Right. So, I mean, I guess it's relatively good news, especially Fried on his way back.
Judge, Grisham, and now Dominguez for a short time, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tooth pull. Right. He should play tonight.
Yeah, he should.
Hey, put some Novocaine on that thing. Let's go.
Are there many Yankee fans that were unaware Grisham got hurt, by the way, in the midst of this Knicks run?
You know, it's funny. We never talked about it, but I was aware of it, but I was like, what happened here?
It's kind of funny because I missed it until I saw Cody playing center field.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have to go back and trace the the trail back to what happened.
The Knick fever is still in full bloom, and the parade is Thursday, obviously, so that will continue to be a story. But I do think it's like reopening day today for the Yankees. For the Mets, they suck. And if you watched last night's game, you're as miserable as I am. But for the Yankees, it's almost like a mini reopening day. You know, you've got your diehards that have watched every game, like Big Mac. He hasn't missed anything. I don't think you've missed anything either, Sean. I've seen you live tweeting every Yankee game.
You say like Big Mac. I'm sitting here breaking down the games with you every day.
The New York Yankees.
Right, the Dominguez home run you wanted to talk about so bad on Monday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, real quick about, I wrote down his name, Brendan Sorsby.
Yes.
So Brendan Sorsby bet on, how much money did he bet while he was in college?
Something like $40,000 or something like that.
Pretty good amount of money.
But
it was cumulative.
Yeah, that was over how many years.
Yeah, I read a lot of small bets, but nevertheless, it's a big figure.
Right, but never against his team.
Right.
However, he did bet on his team.
Yeah.
I mean, in any other sport, that is immediate disqualification. See ya, you're out.
So there was a lawsuit going on between the conference, the NCAA, and his ability to still play college football.
Right.
He made an about face the other day by saying, screw it, I'm going to enter the NFL supplemental draft.
First, before that happened, because he was suspended and his college career was over, then he got a preliminary injunction preventing them from kicking him out. So he then re-enrolled and was planning on playing, and then he made the about face.
Right. So now he's entering the supplemental draft. The league still has to approve it. Mm-hmm. The league still has to say, okay. And then you get to the next step, which is there a team willing to give up a draft pick, whatever that turns out to be, whatever you bid is what you would lose the following season?
Yeah, just so you can explain, just to explain this real quickly, the supplemental draft works as a blind bid for your next year's pick. So if say the Jets wanted to, hey, he's worth our 2027 second rounder, you blind bid the second rounder. The Giants might say, hey, he's worth our 2027 sixth rounder.
The Giants?
I'm just using it as an example.
Sorry.
They would bid the sixth pick.
Gotcha.
Whoever has the highest bid wins the.
What if the rounds are the same?
That's the part I'm confused on.
Yeah, like who gets the tiebreaker?
I think there's
I think it's the level of where they pick this year.
Yeah, I think it's based on this year's order.
So if you're the Jets, now there's layers to this. Number one, the gambling issue. Now he, I guess, checked himself in for rehab to try to.
You know, you have an alcohol issue, you go to rehab. You have a sex issue, you go to rehab. You have a gambling issue.
You're dismissing it. You don't think he had an issue and he addressed it?
I'm sure he did, but it's just what you do.
I understand, but I'm also open to.
Is that going to make him not gamble any longer?
Well, I think there's two levels to this. There's the football decision. Is it worth this risk from a draft capital standpoint? But before you get to that, you got to make a decision about the kid. And I think that involves talking to him. I think it involves.
And if you haven't done that, how can you reasonably supplemental draft him in the second round.
No,
or third round.
I can't. Like, as me, as a Jet fan, I'm being honest with you. I think it's wrong for me to say I won't touch him because of this. I don't think he should be banned for life. I don't think his career in the NFL should be over before it started because of these
shouldn't
mistakes.
there be consequences for these things?
I'm not saying there shouldn't be.
Okay, he's what, 20? Something like that?
Right.
19, 20? Whatever he is, doesn't matter. There is no way in hell that Brendan Sorsby went through life not knowing that it was bad to bet on sports, in particular the sport you play and the team you play on. Right? That in and of itself tells you the character of who he is.
Well, hold on, but did you saying that's unforgivable?
He's 22 years old.
He's wrong. I admit he's wrong.
Okay, but my point is, how can you get to 22 and think that that's okay?
I'm not saying he did.
In today's day and age.
He messed up. Or he may have a gambling issue. I mean, I acknowledge that, but what are you looking for? You want him banned for life? Is that what you're saying?
Some things make you disqualified.
Forever.
From certainly football.
Forever.
Oh,
that's all I'm asking.
If he was in the
your
NFL,
opinion, okay.
If he was in the NFL,
he'd have been banned for life.
He'd be banned for life.
Yeah. I think I would ban him for a year. Like, I think that's reasonable. Now, I don't know how that would work. Like, you allow a team to still draft him, and then he's ineligible for one full season.
Right.
Like, I don't know if that's the way you can go.
I can't excuse idiocy. So, like, all these kids, and I'm not talking about anyone in specific. So if it sounds familiar, I'm not pointing at anybody. But they do all this ridiculous, inappropriate, some of it's racist, some of it's misogynist stuff on Instagram. They think it's cool. They post it, and it lives there. And then 6 years later, they're a star at whatever school that they're going to, or in the NFL or NBA or professional sport, and it comes to light, and they're like, oh, yeah, I was immature. Like, how at 15 did you not know that was wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so how can I look at a 22-year-old and say, you didn't know you weren't supposed to gamble on football?
Oh, I think he knew, but what if he had an addiction problem?
Okay.
Well, what if? Like, I don't know.
You can have an addiction and know that you can't gamble on your own team.
Does this sway you a little bit, too? Because I'm reading more about this.
Ahead.
$90,000 worth of bets over 4 years. Over 40 times he bet on his own team while he was at Indiana. But here's the important part. He also bet player props on the Indiana football team, which is the quarterback you can obviously control.
I don't know, it just feels bad.
I agree it's bad. I guess where we're trying to find common ground is what should be done about it.
So
I agree it's bad. I'm not defending him.
I think my perspective is a little bit different from yours, Evan, because I don't think that it's a right for you to get a chance to play in the NFL. Like I deserve a chance to play. No, you don't. Right? The NFL is a private business, right? It's why they're billionaires. It's a private enterprise. If you don't fit the bill of what an owner or a GM or whoever feels like should play in this league, commissioner, etc., you shouldn't be. You don't have to be allowed to play in this league. You don't have to. And so I think he's disqualified himself by his own actions. And so, yeah, you can forgive the kid, but not right now. Not in a 2026 supplemental draft.
Well, he didn't play last season, so he's already suffered some kind kind You're saying it's not enough. It needs to be further.
It doesn't feel like enough.
Okay.
It's a lot, man. $90,000.
Well, and also the integrity issues, especially a league that's now in bed with gambling.
And he's betting on his own team?
Well, I think the issue we have is, let's say the Jets used the pick to get him, and now he starts. Like, he's a great talent, and he's playing every time he plays badly. Or every time Breece Hall's getting the football, maybe more than someone else, there are going to be questions. And that sucks for him, but he also created it by doing this.
You make your own bed.
Yeah. Look, there's layers to this. Is he eligible? That's a league decision.
Right.
Is the league going to make him eligible and with no penalty, and he's in the league? Then I've got to make a decision as a fan, you as an analyst, should the Jets invest a draft pick in him? Would you say, let's say the league says, screw it, he's already served it, he's good to go. Would you advise the Jets stay away?
No chance.
Okay.
I like Cade Klubnik.
Okay, so it's about Cade Klubnik or it's about what he did?
No, I just think of the alternative. What's the alternative?
To what?
To Brendan Sorsby. What's the alternative?
Well, right now there is no alternative.
Yes,
it would be to add a
You
young...
drafted him.
Well, but they'd both be in the room. It's not like Kate Klubnik would be gone.
Kate Klubnik, by the way, missing practice, maybe future practice, is back spasm problem today.
Geez.
That broke.
There we go. Great news. Thank you.
At 24 years old, 23 years old.
You mentioned.
It's another kid in the quarterback room. It's not like you're picking one or the other. It's a lottery ticket. I've used that term a lot. And this one is probably riskier, Teak, for the reasons he's available.
It's very risky.
So you're making clear you're not interested.
I'm not interested at all.
I need to know more from him. I need to speak to him. Not that he's going to speak to me, but you know what I mean? Like in theory, to have a real opinion on this, I need to know more.
Okay.
I need to know what he says. And I got a feeling about the Jets. I think the Jets are so going to try to avoid any kind of drama. They will not touch him.
The Jets are a sewer.
I don't think they will touch him with a 50-foot pole. I was thinking of something.
That's right. That's the right one. That's the right idea.
A sequoia?
Sequoia.
Sequoia.
I wouldn't touch him with a sequoia.
Why would you ever be holding a sequoia?
Yeah.
I just remember Brandon Walsh saying that in an episode of 90210. Like, I wouldn't touch him with a sequoia.
You know how strong you'd have to be to hold a sequoia?
Yeah, it was a badass line.
It was.
That's what made him so cool. What about you, Sean, real quick, before we move on? Would you invest a draft pick in this Brendan Sorsby character?
I would absolutely submit a 4th-round pick and just see if somebody outbids me, so be it. If not, I get him in the room because at that position, no dart is enough darts.
Nice pun. Are you not worried, though, about what Tiki laid out?
Of course I am.
Okay. And you're saying, screw it, it's okay.
I hired Frank Reich. Let's see if he could talk to him and figure something out. If he can't, then you know
you're
what?
talking about for the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Enough of the Giants.
All gas, no break.
We have our quarterback.
Yeah. No, this is a...
Jameis Winston's a good backup, too. He's cleaning up trash with the Japanese fans.
I saw that.
I think in the Jets case, you got to remember, and I use this argument
By the
about
way,
Justin
I told
Fields.
you about Japan. I told you. It is the cleanest place that I've ever been in my life. And when you saw that image, that's what happens.
Still have no interest in going.
They clean up. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable.
That's great.
I'm visiting there Friday. I'll let you know how clean it is.
Yeah. Tell the people what you're visiting on Friday,
I'm
Japan.
A couple places. Italy, Japan, France. I'll pop over a little bit. Maybe catch Ratatouille.
He's go to Epcot, which I love. He took my idea, which is... I can't... You know what? I'm not saying what I'm saying. Bottom line is Sean's going without his kids.
Where else would you rather go without kids than Disney World?
Yeah, that's gutsy to do that. I would never do that to my kids.
Epcot specifically.
Epcot specifically.
I got to travel the world, man.
It does feel like you're traveling the world, I must admit.
They do a great job.
They do. We'll come back with your calls, we promise. 888-808-1019. The Travelers Championship is where greatness locks in, where the wins hit harder for 4 perfect days in June. See returning champion Keegan Bradley and more of the world's best, like Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, and Cameron Young at nearby TPC River Highlands. June 24th through the 28th. For tickets and info, go to TravelersChampionship.com. Travelers Championship, now is the time. This is the place.
This is Tiki Barber here. The World Cup is taking over New York and New Jersey. And the business students at NJIT are using innovative technology to put you right in the action. Students from NJIT's Martin Tuckman School of Management are at the leading edge of business technology and have built the ultimate digital hub for the tournament. You can track real-time fan sentiment and see how loud your city is. You can also check on traffic or weather. In fact, those that are going over to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey to watch France and Senegal can just log on to NJIT-worldcup.com to see what the weather is like, see what the transit situation is like, because it is not going to be easy to get there. And then once the match starts, you can check out the fan sentiment. How loud is our city or your city? Be a part of the data and be sure to visit NJIT-worldcup.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life. It's also sponsored by the New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism. Visit nj.org.
All right, guys, our friends at Flag and Anthem just dropped their exclusive America 250 collection. Premium, ultra-comfortable, patriotic gear celebrating America's 250th birthday. Perfect for you or dad. Use code WFAN25 to get 25% off. Flag and Anthem, premium clothes without the premium price tag.
New Jersey sets the stage for FIFA World Cup 26. 8 epic matches, including the final. Come for the games, stay for the wow. New Jersey, where the world meets its match. More at visitnj.org.
Chris Mack here to help you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. It's double elimination day in Omaha. And a couple of rematches on tap. I like a repeat performance in the afternoon game with West Virginia heavy favorites at minus 235 on the money line. I also like the over in the nightcap between two of the more offensively talented teams in the field, Texas and Georgia, with the number at 14.5. Parlay those two, you get plus 185, a whole lot of runs, and two more teams going home by the end of the day. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
As world soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatics Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's one profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on a black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Living with a chronic illness that requires IV medication? Say hello to state-of-the-art private suites for all of your infusion needs at ThriveWell Infusion, providing exceptional care, comfort, compassion, and convenience. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Sun's out, so dads are too. This Father's Day at Lowe's, shop the gear that'll make his summer. Get 2 free select DeWalt power tools when you buy a select 5 amp-hour battery kit for weekends in the garage. Plus, get a free Blackstone 6-piece stainless steel griddle kit when you buy a select Blackstone griddle. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Nothing pairs better with Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka like a day on the golf course. Made with real vodka, real tea, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. It's not a seltzer. It's Surfside. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. The Mega Millions jackpot is now $430 million. If you win, that's enough money to buy a flat-screen TV for every room of your new mansion. Stop by a New Jersey Lottery retailer to get your ticket today.
The wait is finally over. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. For complete championship coverage from the station that lived every moment of the journey, stay with the Fan.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. First place Yankees, first place White Sox. A potential ALCS preview tonight in the Bronx. Davis Martin opposes Garrett Cole. Jason Dominguez did have a tooth pulled earlier, so we'll see if he's in the lineup. And the Mets look to rebound after last night's pathetic performance as Kodai Senga returns to face Brady Singer and the Reds at 7:10.
Kodai Senga returns 0-4 with a 9 ERA, and he's also pitching on regular rest because his last start was 5 days ago in the minor leagues. Keep this in mind. I think I'm going to repeat this a lot over the next few months. I don't know why I'm obsessed with it. I apologize. The New York Yankees have faced every American League team in the postseason at some point except the Chicago White Sox. That is the one American League team they have never faced in the postseason. The Blue Jays were on that list till last year.
They were. And you know what we get tonight if the Yankees win?
Another win against the AL Central?
The Yankees will go to 500 on the year in teams above 500.
Yeah, that's because of the sweep.
Very good.
Series.
Very good.
Good
2
job,
out of 3.
Sean.
2 out of 3.
That's
Close
right.
enough. Yeah, I mean, good. That's great.
Yeah, just because people forgot. So
we didn't forget. It's just that the Knicks have been on. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
It was also an irrelevant stat because it was so early in the season.
As I told you.
But it was one of those things where, and it's odd that you get mad about this and people do this all the time. I brought it up. I wasn't telling you the Yankees can't beat good teams or the Yankees suck. I gave you the fact. And you got mad at me for giving you the fact. You'd rather I just not say anything.
No, I'd rather you then give me the facts when they flip the other way. But, it's okay. Talk OG Anunoby all you want, pal.
All right, let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Let's go to Steve in Bayside. Hey, Steve.
What's going on, guys? I wanted to get back on the whole Brunson, Judge, King of New York stuff that you guys were talking about before.
Sure.
Look, I'm a huge Yankee fan. Everyone knows. I mean, I've been calling the station forever.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, the Yankees could be down 3-0 to the Red Sox in the ALCS, and Judge could put the team on his back and sweep the Red Sox for the next 4 games, and then go and sweep the Dodgers in the World Series. And you would not see the watch parties all over the city. You would not see, if the Yankees won the World Series, you wouldn't see the celebrations for hours and hours after they won. This was just something that is just unique and special, and you cannot compare. Obviously, the Knicks are way more popular in this town than the Yankees are, and you cannot compare. There's nothing that Judge could do.
You want to argue that, I can tell. Both of you do. Go ahead.
Are we high?
Yeah, I don't know if they're way more popular. It's just their fan base was way more desperate and way more engaged because they haven't seen it in so long. Now, it's getting to the point where the Yankee fan is probably starting to feel like that as well, even though it's nowhere near 53 years. But basketball is supposed to be the sport that New York dominates, and they just haven't for so long, so that when they finally do, you can't help but yell and scream about it.
As always, Sean will hate this. I'm going to give you the truth, but the truth features a lot of gray, okay? The New York Yankees are very, very popular, and pound for pound are more popular than the New York Knicks. The difference is there are less bandwagon fans in baseball than there is in basketball. There just is. There's a lot of people who don't care about the NBA, haven't watched the NBA, but will gladly jump on the Knick bandwagon, which people do for the Yankees, Giants, Jets, too.
I agree.
By the way,
but
that's
there's more
fact.
of them.
That's fact. What you're saying
So that's
is fact.
the answer to the watch parties and the amount of people at the parade. Like, there's
also
more.
the people we were talking about last week that all of a sudden has a brand new Knick hat.
Yeah.
Right. And they're not a Knick fan for 30 years, but they're a Knick fan right now.
And there's also, let's say in baseball, and these numbers are unofficial, but I just want to try to explain it, so don't argue the numbers, because that's not the point. 30% of this city is locked in as Met fans.
Yes.
You're not taking them. They're
Yes.
just Met fans. They are the 30% that you can't touch. That number, when it comes to the other basketball team, my Brooklyn Nets, is more like 1%.
Right.
It's just a smaller number. And because it's a smaller number, there's more of a pool of people that will jump on the bandwagon and enjoy a championship run.
Yes.
So I think pound for pound, when things are equal, the Yankees are more popular.
Yeah.
But I think that the pool of people that will jump aboard the train grows when it comes to the Knicks.
This is where I agree with you. This was easy to become the it thing to do in this town if you didn't follow the Knicks, to go, yeah, I have no dog in the fight. Let's go have some fun. Let's go out in New York City. Let's have a good time. The key now, though, is if the Knicks really want to become more popular than the Yankees, some of these young fans and everything else, do you have them next year, the year after? Maybe this does begin to start that, and then we can have an honest conversation.
Let's go to Robert in Queens. Hey, Robert.
Hi, guys. How are you? Sorry to call again, but Evan, it's not so hard to remember. Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash.
Damn it, did I do it again?
Today you didn't do it.
Oh, my God. Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash. You know what the problem, though, is, Sean? I don't say the name of the show that often. And maybe that's my own radio problem. I got to fix that. I don't say it that often.
I want to make it very clear.
Yeah.
I am not asking you to do that. I mean, it would be nice, but thank you, Robert. That's all I'll say. I don't want to look like I'm the guy.
Did you set up the phone call?
In fact, the only 2 times this guy has called now has been the 2 days I stopped screening the calls.
To make the point that I need to say Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash.
Yeah, that's all him.
I will do a better job of it. I've written it down on my little document page, and now I will say it all the time. Let's go to Mario in Long Beach. Hey, Mario.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Great show.
Appreciate it.
Listen, I got one thing. You know what's really amazing about this Brunson conversation? We're comparing him to guys like Eli and Jeter, who were with their club for a dozen years, based on what Brunson has done in 4 years. And he's not even nearly done yet. So when all is said and done, he's going to be way past these guys.
He could be.
Now,
a lot of it depends on what happens next, which is the enigma. But you're right; he's got a lot more time to go potentially.
Yeah, and let me make one other point. This is an amazing point. I don't even know if you know this, Evan, and I know you know about everything.
You're very cocky right now.
I wouldn't say that, but no, I really appreciate it, and I know your knowledge is good. I think, Tiki, you were saying something earlier about Brunson in the fourth quarter of playoff games, and you said it wasn't checked. But let me tell you something that I did check. In the fourth quarter of finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
The best scorers in history is in points per game is Shaq 11.5, Brunson 11.2, and Steph Curry 10.8. Now, the amazing thing about that is both Shaq and Steph Curry were there 6 times, and they couldn't get any higher than that. This guy did it the first time.
I don't think that actually. First of all, I want to be careful how I answer that. I don't think that makes it less impressive. Or more impressive, that is.
Yeah.
Like Jalen doing it 4 more times and it continuing that average, that'll make it more impressive. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Doing it once is like, and I'm not trying to demean what Jalen did, but what Shaq and Steph did is unbelievable.
Yeah, because of how many times they were in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, they had to do it over and over again.
Right. Whereas Jalen Brunson's done it for 5 games.
Look,
But
Jalen
when
Brunson.
you do look at Jalen Brunson in the playoffs in general, that's when you get that's where you become in awe of what he's been.
I am in awe. And so it doesn't have to pass Shaq or pass Steph for someone to tell you that as a fourth quarter scorer in the postseason over the last half a decade, Jalen Brunson has been like a real life Michael Jordan. Yes. It's crazy. And I'm not saying he is Michael Jordan. I'll leave that to Tommy at night. But what he's done is crazy. It's rarefied air. He's that clutch. It's unbelievable to think about it. And what also makes it crazy, and again, not a knock on him, is that he wasn't good for the first 3 quarters in a lot of these games.
I know.
That's why his field goal percentage was below 40% for the finals until until Game 5. Let's go to Anthony in Westchester. What's up, Anthony?
Yo, what's going on, guys? How we doing?
All's well.
Good, man. What's up?
Good. Just wanted to circle back to the iconic names that New York sports have had over the last 30 years: the Jeter, the Manning, and now Brunson into this element.
Mm-hmm.
What's different about Brunson is the intangibles that you consider Eli and Jeter to have. The best attributes, and I'll die on this hill, that Eli Manning had was that he made the players around him better. Those journeyman receivers, those guys that were no names before and after the Giants.
Yeah, it's true.
Jeter, the same way. The best thing about him was how he carried himself. And on the baseball field, we always say, when this one guy goes, it makes everybody else's job easier. Everybody else starts hitting. Everybody else is having fun. Everybody else is elevating their game based on watching this one guy. Jalen Brunson is that Mamba mentality. Jalen Brunson goes out, it's like he hates basketball. But what he loves is taking your soul. He goes out there with one objective. He goes out there saying that tonight, it doesn't matter who he's playing. Tonight, he wants to make whoever he's playing absolutely miserable, saying, how does this guy do it? How does this guy get off that shot? How does he find these angles? It was always all about Kyrie this, Kyrie that, his handles. He's changing the game. It's time for us to look at Jalen Brunson and what he's done to the game of basketball, and over the next 5, 10, 15 years, think to ourselves, has he now changed the way that we're going to perceive a basketball player? Which is why I think you take those three guys, mash them together. One of those guys is clearly the guy that you look to and say, this is it.
Anthony, real quick. I don't want to let you go. I have to ask you a question.
Yeah, go for it.
You love basketball? Like you're a big basketball fan?
I'm a big New York sports guy. You know,
do you watch college basketball at all, or just more?
Of course.
Everything you said got me hot and bothered for the Nets taking Darius Acuff Jr.
You know, Ev, I hate to do this to you, but you know better by this point in time. You can't get your hopes up on those guys, and I'm sorry. Hey,
they're
but
19.
I'll leave you with this.
They're 19.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll leave you with this. My father passed about 5 years ago now. The only team that connected us was the Knicks. He was the biggest Met fan, and I grew up with the David Wright era. Unfortunately, Jeter had my heart, and I couldn't let him go.
I understand. Thank you for the call, sir. I was more saying his game. The game he described that Jalen plays so well. Like, what it should teach us. Because there's a lot of, what do you learn from the Knicks? I heard a caller to the station a few days ago saying, does this mean you should draft teams or players that played together in college, recreating the Villanova unit?
Yeah.
No. Does it mean you should sign a free agent who hasn't been given the keys to the castle thinking he's going to turn into Jalen Brunson? Maybe not. What I'm saying is maybe when someone is considered undersized, and I think you should appreciate this, maybe we should believe in the size of the heart.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean every undersized player is going to be a superstar, but there are certain guys who are going to be drafted in less than a week. And the knock on them is they're not big enough.
Right.
And if there's a lesson from Jalen Brunson, the lesson is if that guy works his ass off, if that guy has the want and the heart, then even when you're undersized, you can become one of the most clutch players in the history of the sport and even lead the Knicks to an NBA title.
Yeah, the tall
That's
guys can get away with just being tall and athletic. The short guy, the small guy, has to have an elite sport IQ, whatever sport we're talking about.
Right.
Because if you don't, you're not going to make it.
And that's how Jalen's overcome it.
That is exactly how any of the small guys you think about, that's how they overcome it. They have elite sport IQ.
We'll get back to your calls in a second. Plus, we'll get to hear, if you haven't heard it yet, James Dolan's speech got leaked out yesterday by Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart on their podcast. But the part I needed to hear was he joking about the no sex thing?
No, that's why he's going to get them all rings, right? the significant other.
It wasn't even around the same time of the speech, but sure, maybe. We'll take a listen to what James Dolan had to say yesterday if you missed it, specifically around the fornication. It's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash on The Fan.
Holy moly, the Yankees play the Pope's White Sox, 7:05 tonight.
First pitch swung on, deep drive.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the action. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan, 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the Odyssey app.
All right, so I'm watching TV the other night, and I see Evander Holyfield talking about Terra Origin creatine. My first thought was, hang on a second, that guy's in his 60s, and he still looks better than me? That's a problem, so I started using Terra Origin creatine myself. It mixes easy, tastes great, and helps support strength and recovery, which, at my age, just getting off the couch is basically an athletic event. So do yourself a favor, check it out today, and get 20% off your first order at TerraOrigin.com. That's 20% off your first order at TerraOrigin.com.
On the biggest stage in the world, FanDuel is changing the game because sometimes your player gets subbed off and your bet goes with them. Not anymore with FanDuel's Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started now. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York, and with FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues on with the substitute. So you're still in it until the final whistle. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. It has all the betting markets you could possibly want. And when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, if you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your business mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't actually need. But with My Biz Plan from Verizon Business, you can choose exactly what you want and only pay for what you need for your business. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Visit VerizonBusiness.com. Do it today to learn more and make the switch. Verizon Business.
For 100 years, London Jewelers has been part of life's most meaningful moments, from engagements and anniversaries to milestones, big and small. We've helped mark the moments that matter the most to our customers. Generations of families have trusted London Jewelers for exceptional craftsmanship, timeless design, and service that lasts a lifetime. As we celebrate a century of excellence, we thank you for being part of our story, and we look forward to the moments still to come. We invite you to visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of brilliance. Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ Sense is a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
If you're still using a sportsbook to bet on the soccer tournament, you're getting robbed. Delete that app and join the millions using Polymarket. Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sportsbook. Trade against other fans, not the house. Polymarket, your go-to prediction market for soccer's biggest stage. Available in all 50 states. Download the Polymarket app. Use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
Corona congratulates New York's basketball champions on winning the 2026 title. Just like the team was on the hardwood, Corona is always smooth, always refreshing, and goes perfectly on parade day or any game day. Enjoy Corona all summer. La Playa awaits. Please drink responsibly.
If we're being honest, guys in this town, pretty confident. And hey, that's not a bad thing. But are you willing to put it to the test? California Cryobank is looking for healthy men to become sperm donors. You can earn up to $2,400 a month. Plus, get free health and genetic screenings. And more importantly, you're helping families who can't do this on their own. So if you really think you've got it, and you know who you are, put it to good use. Apply now and see if you qualify. Check out spermbank.com to learn more.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
The Larry O'Brien Trophy is back in New York. The Knicks are champions. For everything orange and blue, keep it right here on The Fan.
So it came out on Sunday. We talked about it Sunday morning when we did our very special, I Can't Believe It, the Knicks are World Champion show, that Ian Begley had an article where details were revealed of a speech that James Dolan made to the team back on April 3rd. And I thought it was great. Like, after you win a championship or a season's over, it's always great to get more information. What I did not see coming was the fact that the audio of Dolan's speech would become publicly available. It was released by the Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson podcast.
Clearly, they must have gotten his permission.
Not only did they get his permission, if you look at the way it was filmed, it was filmed.
Right.
Like, it wasn't a secret recording.
Well, I'm sure a lot of those things are filmed simply for posterity's sake.
In case something like this happens.
Like you won a championship.
Yeah, Knicks lose in the first round. This video's dead.
Yes.
You don't see this video.
Not at all.
But since they won, we do get to see it. I think it's very, very cool. I think that James Dolan has undergone a renaissance in this town with the way people view him. And you start to care less about his issues. Like facial recognition, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares?
Who gives a crap? They won the championship.
Those guys shouldn't be in the arena anyway. So.
They're suing him. Screw them. Get him out. He was critical of Dolan on Twitter. Get him out. But I was so curious about one of the things that got leaked out where Ian Begley said that Dolan was jokingly saying, hey, maybe you guys should give up sex for the next 10 weeks. And we said it at the time on Sunday. We're like, we got to hear how it sounds, but we'll never hear how it sounds. Well, now we get to hear how it sounds. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson's Roommates podcast, here is James Dolan asking his players, jokingly or not, maybe you shouldn't fornicate.
I had this idea that maybe you should give up sex for the next 10 weeks. You don't have to give up sex for the next 10 weeks. But, Jalen, but, like Spartans, you know what Spartans are? Right? They denied themselves, right, so that they could have an edge. Get the edge. Go home, talk to your wives, tell them, don't tell them you're not going to have sex. Don't tell them it was my idea. but let them know what this is going to be like.
He did go on to say that because of the sacrifice they are making as your significant others, not just the sex, but other stuff, that he would personally buy a ring for all of the wives.
Yeah. So when you go home and you talk to your brides and your significant others, I do want you to tell them one thing that I said. When we win the championship, we will get rings. And when we get rings, so will they. I will buy a ring for each one of your significant others.
If you were...
That's a great gesture.
A very cool gesture. If that was you in that room, like imagine this was Wellington Mara instead of James Dolan. How would you have taken the tone, the way it sounded? How would you have taken that stuff?
I would have taken it as he's half joking. And he's trying to tell us to have an edge, to have that anger. Like, be mad. Like, don't be content. And by the way, that's how they played the entire time. It's how they talked the entire postseason was, we're not satisfied. And so I think you laugh at it, but you also get the seriousness of what he's saying.
You know what I'm really interested in? And this is just me, so I am certainly not suggesting that Craig or Big Mac do this, because I know he's joining them tomorrow at 5 o'clock. They could talk to him about whatever the hell they want. I'm fascinated by James Dolan coming clean about all the times he did get too involved. And the reason I say that now is if you're James Dolan, you've overcome it. You won an NBA championship. You are king, too, in this town.
Yeah.
And James Dolan has admitted, back in the day I was a little too handsy. What I would love to hear from him is like an open confession on, and I'll tell you everything I did. Here's what I did with Melo. Here's what I did with Isaiah.
Oh, details.
Yeah, because every Knick fan would forgive him. This is the moment where every Knick fan would say, wow, that sucked at the time, but you've learned from it because look what happened now.
That's a good point.
And I don't know if, A, that's something they would bring up, or B, even if he would be comfortable talking about it. I'm just revealing as a fan, I am fascinated by that. Because he alluded to it once before in the past that, it was a little handsy with Melo.
Right.
But that was it. Like, it never furthered. And I think now that he's a champion.
But handsy with Melo in what capacity?
How he got involved in the Donnie Walsh negotiation.
Oh, I got it.
Which Mike always told me never happened.
But now we know it did.
But I guess it did happen. But I would love to hear that. And I think that for Knick fans, it would almost be like, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. Tell us everything. So why were you obsessed with Isaiah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have so much grace now, it doesn't even matter.
It would almost just be interesting to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if we'll ever get that, but just listening to him speak and how open he's been with the, I think we're going to win, and what he said to the players, and he's going on with Craig and Big Mac for like the third time in a few months, so he's open to speaking. That I would be fascinated by that, but that's just me. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Let's go to Ross in Bergen County. Hey, Ross.
What's going on, fellas? How we doing?
Good.
All's well.
Yeah, I just want to sing the praises of Mike Brown a little bit more, man. You know, we've been talking about the laundry list, the candidates before him, right? Quinn Snyder, Jason Kidd, Billy Donovan, all these names, 2 coaches of which are no longer employed, one of which is one of the 4 coaches whose ass was kicked along to this Larry O'Brien. You know, funny enough, he actually looked the best against us, so maybe there was something to the Quinn Snyder, but all kidding aside, look, Mike Brown was the Robin to Steve Kerr's Batman, one of the most dominant runs we've seen in a long time. And most recently, what he did with Sacramento, maybe the only organization that was more of an embarrassment than the Knicks once were. And he kind of had a similar 2021 Thibs year with them.
I agree, and I don't think he got enough credit for that. We think of the ending and how it ended, but he got the Kings to the playoffs. It's pretty successful. Ozzy and Woodridge, what's up, Oz?
What's up, fellas?
All is well.
If someone told me not to have sex and then said the word butt 50 million times in a row, I'm an ass man. It ain't happening.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Next.
And Indiana University went from sinner to absolute saint, from Sorsby to Mendoza. They got him a national championship.
That is true. All right, keep going. You're on fire.
Uh-huh.
Sean, I can't believe the irony of Sean. He composed himself and was able to carry himself as the Larry O'Brien trophy at American Dream Bar perfectly. But when he had to carry the Larry O'Brien cake, he fumbled it away. He couldn't carry it. I don't understand.
It's more disproportionate than I was. That was the problem, Oz. I'm sorry.
I think you just wanted that cake all over your shirt so you could suck on it while you were on the LIRR back home.
There are accusations coming from the morning show that he did that on purpose. Ozzy, in your opinion, do you think that Sean did it on purpose, or do you think it was just he's a klutz?
Sean is, and I respect it because he's going to do it to the very end, is the ultimate troll, just like today's Cinco de Five-O. He did it on purpose. I do want to know, did the baker of that cake, whatever company it was, did they get offended?
I think they made it.
Sean purposefully dropped the cake?
Well, first, I
did not
purposeful.
Nope.
My understanding is they made it for Craig, and then it was sent to Boomer and Gio, and then once it got dropped by Boomer making Sean do it, they actually made another cake, is my understanding.
That's good. I'm happy. I apologize to them. That sucks.
I guess they're okay with it.
All right, good.
All right.
Good.
Anything else?
Did any of those guys get upset that Sean purposefully dropped the cake?
Well, you keep
like Boomer.
So I don't think Boomer and Gio were necessarily upset, and I don't think Craig sounded that upset.
Right.
But he didn't purposely drop it. At least I don't think he did. And B, Boomer put him in a spot to pick it up. Like, if he did it so on purpose, why was it set up by Boomer to be like, pick up the cake, why don't you bring it into the studio? You're going to go see Donald Trump at the White House? Pick up the cake. The Rangers are great. Like, Boom.
Yeah, I mean,
we love him.
If that was on purpose, then geez, I guess I shouldn't be here with you guys. I should be acting somewhere. So, okay.
There you go. Let's go to, want to take a Yankee Met call? I forgot they existed.
Yeah, you know what I do?
And why not? Dom in Westport. What's up, Dom?
Hey, great show, guys, as always. Just want to comment. I got a comment and an observation. First, I think you were talking about Knicks versus Yankees and sort of popularity and why the city needed this. I think this is great for New York City. Been a lifelong. I've been around since '69 and '73. I'm a little younger than Joe B, but definitely remember those teams. I think when you look at it, I grew up in the Bronx. Look at the composition. It comes down to demographics, right? Basketball. Blacks, Hispanics, whites. It's a game. You just need a basketball and a hoop. As opposed to other sports like football, hockey. And so I think that's one of the things that really made this more popular. Globally, there's no question Yankees. I mean, you go, it's the Yankee universe. I travel all around. You could be in Europe. You can be in Latin America, Asia. You'll see a New York Yankee hat, maybe an occasional Dodger.
I do think the desperation thing is a great question to this. Like, let's say our buddy Tommy's right, Tommy Lugauer, and the Knicks form like a dynasty.
Right.
They're back in the finals next year. Is the city captivated in the same way?
Yeah, definitely.
You think so?
I do.
Okay. Well, then it's not desperation. Then it has nothing to do with 53
years. It's just
years.
Excitement about being in that moment. It's just, I think if any team is in, it's not going to be the caller that called earlier. We talked about the block parties and all that stuff. Of course, that doesn't happen with the Yankees because you can't do a block party around Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? I guess in theory you can. It kind of is that like that every game. When
Also,
when
you know what else
leave,
is a factor in
it's
that?
kind of chaos outside.
Besides that, which is a fair point, the area isn't built for it. The weather isn't built for it either.
Great. It's a great point.
Right.
You don't want to just hang out.
I think the Knicks
Saturday you just wanted to hang out.
It was an excuse to party.
It was nice. It was gorgeous outside.
It was easier for those that are not as invested in them to say, hey, it's a night out.
Right.
If it's late October and it's 45 degrees outside, let's be honest, you're only doing that if you're a diehard.
Right.
And people forget, we did this for the Rangers in 2014.
I don't remember that.
There were big parties in multiple parks in New York City.
The series was over before it started. So.
Okay, but it happened is my point.
Did
and
it?
it was nice weather in the spring.
I got to be honest with you, I don't remember it.
I do as a Ranger fan because I remember going, look at these bandwagoners.
Yeah, you remember it, except you forgot that you were down 3-0. A few weeks ago, you claimed you were down 2-1. What kind of Ranger fan are you?
A real one, Evan.
I mean, I'm not a Ranger fan. I knew they were down 3-0.
Okay, at least I didn't come on the radio today and say Jacob deGrom's legacy is better than Jalen Brunson's.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
I see it all over the internet.
This is unbelievable. I never
That's
said
crazy that's like a thing.
It's all because our digital guy decided to make the opening of the show. If you want to go back on the Odyssey app, the proof is in the audio.
Jacob deGrom wasn't even mentioned.
He wasn't mentioned. He was mentioned very briefly by Sean to mock me and say, has Jalen Brunson passed deGrom? And I was like, of course he has. Now let's move on to the subject at hand. And yet our digital team put out some fugazi image of who's got the better legacy, deGrom versus Brunson. I hate this, and I know it's going to happen. Big Mac is purposely going to bring this up at some point today. Say, you see what Evan said?
Yeah.
You believe what he said?
But he's not going to pull the audio.
No, of course. I'm the only one who pulls audio around here.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
There's no audio.
It actually takes work.
It's just going to be the
insinuation.
Yes.
Insinuation.
Insinuation. Right. 100%. There's no facts behind it. Just the idea.
I'm going to tell you a secret. And I believe this. Not with just
AI-generated image.
Well, that's another. Yeah. Let me tell you a secret about life today. And it sucks, but it's true. Unless you hear it, it's tough to believe. It really is. Like, Sean could say, I said on the radio, blah, blah, blah. Unless you provide the audio, dude, I don't believe you.
Yeah, and that's because that's the medium we work in. The reality is you kind of got to be there.
And you got to be there, sure. But if there's no audio proof, then I assume that you were either lying or misremembering. Misremembering is okay, but you're just misremembering. Unless you have proof. That's why I spend all these hours getting stupid audio.
So I'm misremembering what you said about deGrom and Brunson?
Yes!
He never said it. You said it.
I give you $1,000 if you produce it because it didn't happen.
Oh, bad Evan? I think I'll figure that out.
Now you're going to do AI to screw with me? That is not nice. Hey, quick thoughts on the baseball. So the Yankees play the White Sox tonight. The Mets play Game 2 against Cincinnati. I don't know where we are in the Mets season now. Like, I could say they need to win, but, I mean, no kidding. They're 8 games under 500.
Yeah, they are. They just feel... I feel bad for Mendy because I don't think he's surviving this year, and it's almost like he has no answers.
And the Yankees are taking on the White Sox. I think this is a good time to evaluate the White Sox and say, all right, is this the winner of the dopey AL Central Yankee Invitational? Who's the team that gets to get their ass kicked by the Yankees in the playoffs? So a little evaluation, because how much White Sox baseball have you seen? You'll get to hear that game right here on this station later tonight. We'll be back on this station tomorrow at 10 a.m. Carton Show with Big Mac coming up next. If you missed anything, YouTube, the podcast, all that stuff. Goodbye.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
In a College World Series elimination game, number 6 Texas